My man. So cool. Good to see everybody. Adi, Toe, Tim, Pucks, Danny, Cole, BP, Beats, Apps, Chicken Live Long, B Money, family. Good to see you guys. So yeah, first drill I have set up here. We can see here players left 50. So this is 25% of the field remaining. And we're just gonna drill some multi-way spots. Some of these will be versus 3-bet as well. And then just calling you guys. So let's see, who do we want to call on first? Cole, how you doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic, buddy. Fantastic. So kind of gave you a pre-course on what we're working on here. First off, you can just tell me what you're doing with the exact hand, and then from there, if I ask you specific portions of your range, we'll go from there. What are you doing here with the ace queen versus an all-in and a call for that with this ace queen?
Start off with the cash game player.
Yeah, I know, right?
I I don't know. I kind of like I feel like I guess if you call and the big blind shoves, you can get away from it, but I kind of want to shove, but maybe that's a speed with the big blind there.
So you think this is the bottom of your? So you're going to VPIP this, rather you shove or call. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Okay, so
Okay.
this is the bottom for you, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not playing ace jack. I don't even
Okay,
think I'm playing king queen
yeah,
suited
that's
or
fair.
offsuit.
How about
Um,
nines? How about pocket nines? Pocket tens? Just those two.
nines.
Yep.
Yeah, I think nines plus.
Nines plus. And then ace queen off plus. Okay. Kep, what do you think here?
Well, I mean, like in real life, I'm folding because I don't think cutoff is wider than ace queen. I think in sovereign land, they might have some ace jack suited, maybe some ace 10 suited, maybe king queen suited, and then pairs, but we block like the ace x, queen x. It's really close. I'm fold or call. I mean, fold or call, I think are both fine. It's whatever. It's
Yeah.
close.
I think
I
this
would
range would be
fold.
tight
I
as
would just fold.
hell. Yeah, I think this range is tight as shit. I mean, it might be ace queen suited. I wonder if it's jacks plus or something crazy. This is
I
the
would
fighting
fold.
range here. I mean, I feel like it's a fold. This
I would fold
is
this every time.
like the bottom of their range here. So ace queen feel like it's already going to be kind of break even at best. I doubt ace jack off is definitely not in there. So we feel like this is obviously the borderline. But
What's your worst pair you're calling with here?
jacks, jacks. I mean, this deep. I mean, for 12, you probably have to call tens or jacks. I'm never calling nines, but maybe he has eights in his flat range, but that's the only one pair we beat.
Yep.
And his flatting range is, I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't even have king queen suited. I thought he
And there's
might.
a little bit of ICM consideration here. So let's
I'd
see.
be miserable with jacks.
I know. Our man Cole is calling those. So let's see what the solver thinks. Yep, jacks plus. Ace king. I mean, the range is tight as shit. So just seeing this with your eyes a few times and seeing how our range is going to be adjusted is going to help us, right? Punt less money with ace queen when we actually get dealt it. You're not compelled to get it in. All right, Cole. You got to call one chip. Are you in there?
I mean, I don't know if the solver is, but I am.
All right. Are you
I'm
calling
I'm calling and not raising.
offsuit? Are you calling all your offsuit eights? King
My-
8, Queen 8, Jack 8, 10, 8, 7, 8, all those kind of offsuit
Yeah.
sevens. Yeah. Okay.
I
Offsuit eights,
think a
offsuit
lot
sevens.
of them, I mean, I think something like Jack 7 is like probably on the range for me, but anything like one apart and I'm probably calling.
B Money, you've been here before. You're probably grinding right now.
No,
Are you
not for 30 minutes.
Oh, not for 30 minutes. Oh, we got you at a good time. You've been here before. We've looked at this spot in the past, these kind of situations.
I think we have to do I think we can do offsuit one gappers. I think this one's fine. So we get the wheel draw in there too. And I think suited you can do two gappers. And that's kind of where we are.
Yeah, I mean, the
I'm sorry,
connected
yeah,
offsuit,
not one
connected.
gapper,
I know what you meant.
suited, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think this range is tight as hell in these spots a lot. Cole's always calling, but yeah, like look at this. Offsuit 9x folding, offsuit 10x folding. And I just wanted to ask you, like, yeah, if you're playing offsuit eights, they're gone, they're dust. Ace 9 off is gone. Like this range is
That's strange. I thought it's obvious. It's obviously a lot. They're on, you know, you fold all the offsuit stuff, but the suited side is a lot wider than I thought it would be.
yeah, and
Like,
this is the
I don't think you'd have the 2 and 3 gappers in there.
yeah, exactly. And this is the point I wanted to make. Like, I think a lot of people that are kind of mid or low or just don't know when you get mid stakes and deep in these tournaments, they're just over defending multi-way, snap calling this king 8, and then just torching it, right? You can never yeah. So just be careful to tighten our range. It's okay to be a nit here. You're 30 and 20 off the money.
Are you playing the like 5-2 suited, 6-3 suited stuff?
Yeah,
mean,
they're good.
That kind of stuff is good, but the king 8, the king 9, that kind of stuff, it's just too hard to win.
You're looking to play the other, like when you take a flop at that stuff, you're playing a board that they aren't playing at all. Like neither of them have that stuff, so it's
Yeah, low connected.
You're-
Yeah, the low suited connectors are reasonable, right? You could flop a lot of equity with those. All right, Cole, we keep putting you in hell. One more.
I mean, this one I feel like I wanna fold, which is probably the closer to the call than the other ones, but I don't really know what the MP just flats there. So
That's just kind of sick, isn't it?
yeah, I kinda hate the spot.
What are you doing with ace queen suited?
Ace queen suited. I mean, I feel like I'm more likely to call with like the higher card, like ace queen, ace king. I mean, even like ace jack suited maybe, and then maybe like
Okay.
ace queen off.
All
Not
right. So
super
he's ace
confident
queen
here.
off, ace jack suited plus, and then it sounds like you'll be like tens plus. V-pipping in some way, whether you're jamming or calling, you're not even sure in game there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really
Okay.
wanna raise unless I have a nutted hand here, cuz like this MP flat is just,
Sounds like he's
I
just
don't know.
jamming ace king and queens plus. Let's just say that. Molten, you doing anything here?
Strike with eights. Am I allowed to say MP flat bench before I make a decision? Because I don't know.
Straight cheating.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, when I don't know when it's ICM, I default being a nit. So I'll say, this seems really nitty. I'll say tens plus ace king, even though I know that's really nitty. I just don't know MP
Okay.
versus EP 6 BBs, 20 from the money seems super nutted.
This is their range.
Okay, that's too tight. Tens plus eight. That's too tight.
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel like clicking it and then folding if they jam.
All right.
Bigs.
Everybody's folding though, it sounds like.
Can you raise to 15? No.
Hail to the gnaw.
Nines.
And you would too. Yeah, nines. Jacks,
Jacks plus ace queen.
go to 12.
Only 12. It's a pure click. I thought you had to go a little bigger.
Dude, I need to get better at this portion of the game. This is
Yeah.
nasty. This is
Yeah,
really-
but 8, 7, 6, there's some there.
Zedhab, stop looking for the punts. There
I
is a
wanted to
little
do it,
breeze to
man.
flat.
I go
Wait.
Nines. There we go. So cool.
Why
Oh.
no
See what happens-
tens?
You see what happens when you click it, the
Sorry.
strategy is?
Just attacking their raise, their call fold range.
Tens is the bottom of their range.
Okay,
Offsuit, ace 10 off and ace 10 suited. So it's like the bottom of the range. Very good. Cole, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Coming out, giving us a quick 5-piece. Very good. Let's see. Let's do another 5. And let's go. Shake it and live long. You here? Oh, I
Yeah,
have
I'm
the
here.
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
Good to see you, man.
you.
Are you ready to get? Wait a minute, we've done this one. Next hand. There we go. All right. You know the drill. Good times. He's got 17.6 bigs, by the way, behind. I can read.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
redo it if you can
calling
see.
here. Just,
Yeah.
I think I'm just call.
Are you calling every single suited ace?
Yes. I mean, I'm
Go
kind
ahead.
of, I think I'm calling like everything suited.
Everything suited that you've three bet. I mean that you open with in this spot. You're just
Oh,
gonna call
sorry.
every single
I thought
one.
this was, yeah, I'm the big blind here.
No,
No.
you open under the gun and
Oh,
got
I
three bet.
open. Yeah. I see it now.
Yep.
I mean, it's just like good pot odds, I feel like, to see a flop, suited
Right.
aces, and then go from there.
Okay, so he's in there with all the suited aces. Are you rejamming hands like ace king, ace queen? And what's the worst pair you would come back over the top with here versus this? Would you take pocket eights as a four bet jam? Nines, tens, where does it end?
I think probably like nines.
Nines plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like ace queen suited, ace
So,
king.
and then just using all the rest of the suited aces that you open with as a flat.
Yeah.
Okay. Pucks, you have an opinion of your range here?
I'm driving, so I'm just trying to mostly listen.
Get
but
your ass off the call. Stop even hitting the button. You should have just ignored me, you son of a bitch. Be safe, man. Enjoy the lurk mode.
I won't touch. I'm just gonna listen. But
I
so you
appreciate
just get me today.
I got you. Yep. Adi, how you doing?
Yo, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, man. Good. How do you visualize this situation? With your suited aces, do you have any folds? Are you using ace four, ace five suited as jams, ace 10 suited plus? What are your thoughts with this when you have your suited ace portion of your range at least?
I honestly don't know. I think we flat just to see a flop. We have suited aces.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, just not taking any as a real four bet jam, like with ace five suited, you know, is a common one. Some people may just decide ace jack suited plus, ace queen suited plus. It's kind of good to just have these exercises and be prepared beforehand. That's the only reason I'm asking here is like.
Honestly, I don't know. I've not studied ICM basically at all, so I don't know how the shit works.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that because I mean now you're kind of getting incorporated into it a little bit and seeing how our ranges would interact versus like a tight ass three bet range. In real life, this looks really nutted to me. So Molten says I'd fold here, but I wouldn't be shocked if ace two suited shove. Seeing a lot of different Punterino, Beaterino. What's up, Beaterino? Shoving ace queen suited plus folding ace six and ace eight. So we were calling this and jamming the suited wheel ones, but we are folding a 6, 7, and 8. Very good beats. Calling is a reasonable EV as well. So very good. All right, chicken. We were calling, just giving you guys another moment to look at this. We're really only folding the bottom of our range. Ace Jack O being folded, King Queen O, the suited nines, and then using these as our jams. Just pretty savage that we keep ace deuce in there. I asked about ace four, ace five. I thought those would always be in there, but I would have missed this. Ace deuce is a jam. Probably just flick. But yeah, we can have some folds there as well, chicken, with ace six, ace seven as well.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yep. We save a few chips there, not needing to call the three bet with ace six suited, which plays pretty poor, right? Yikes. They give us a layup here, but to make it easier on ourselves or make it harder on ourselves, because it's never going to be this easy in game. Are you calling here with king jack suited, king queen suited, chicken?
Sorry, I'm cooking lunch for my kids.
No, it's good. I can pass on you, bro. Make that.
Yeah, pass on me for this one.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, take your time. He's gonna burn up their food. Just kids have destroyed meals. It's hilarious. Let's see. Toe, get in here and take over for a few.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Well, we're 20 out of the money facing this.
No,
That's the
well, I mean,
question?
obviously, this is a snap.
What's my
fold.
range here?
Yeah, what's your calling range for this?
Oh, tight as fuck. The jam on the big blind too, which is going to be more top of range, right? If he's going to have more jams from the small blind than the big blind, I think for sure in general. So I would say, oh my god, so tight.
Jesus, that haps.
I'd be shook with jacks. He's jamming an early position too, like shook with jacks, ace, king. Oh, what cry calling? Ace, queen, I'm folding. Ace
queen suited, you're folding?
No, ace queen. No, I'm miserable with ace queen suit.
All right. Well, so and what's the worst?
Roughly, if you got to give it a
Jacks plus, ace queen suited plus, ace king off,
give or take.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. What you were dancing.
You had to give it
around,
like a percentage. It'd be roughly like as fuck. I mean, I wasn't that far off. Folding too many pairs.
Set abs, the ace 8 suited call is just torching it. We can't be calling this loose versus a big blind jam. The big blind
jam is crazy. Like he gets
in real life as well. Like people just aren't ever gonna have 0%.
They don't have the suited paint. They don't have the suited paint in the middle. It's only ace queen and ace king.
These partial frequencies are dust. Yeah. They miss this stuff.
I thought it was a small blind versus big blind. I
Nope.
didn't
That's
watch
much
it.
different. That's fair.
Can you look at the
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
You can't go back. I just, as you were saying that, I folded. Toe, keep it up.
This is where I grieve, I think. In general, I'm over tight here. I mean, we're multi-way, so most of the fucking suited stuff.
Are you calling all your suited deuces? Are you folding 7 deuce suited, 6 deuce suited, 8
at
3
this stage?
suited,
I'm probably
stuff
folding
like
that little pyramid at the bottom there, the 7-2, 8-2, 9-2, 6-2.
Okay. Yep.
And then I mean all pairs, obviously.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of the. Are you calling offsuit? No, are you calling the offsuit?
That's where I'm tight.
Nines,
like
offsuit nines. Are you in there? So king 9, queen 9, jack 9. Are you in there with those hands?
50 left
versus this in small blind. Are you in there with offsuit 8s? Yay or nay?
Probably not against early position and small blind flat. I mean, some of those I think I might be, like not all of them, but like king 8, king 9, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. We get to be a little bit wider with small blind calls, but at the same time, I think offsuit 9s are still out of there.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Jack 10-0 folds, but we'll
that's
see.
kind of where I'm stuck. I don't know about Jack 10, Queen 10. What do you do with King Queen?
Like, look at this and mix. This is where you can't. I'm never in a million years folding King Queen, but like this,
a lot more suited folds too.
But look at this, guys. Like, this is why I think, like, personally, I think a lot of EV and people are just losing a shit load of money here.
I think especially calling with those offsuit aces, right?
Like Jack 10
offsuit aces.
I'm sitting on stream feeling like the biggest nit in the world in these spots, folding in the big, and people are probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but you just can't play the shit.
Yeah, like look at all the suited queens we're folding. That's tough. Bunch of suited jacks, like that's tough. I'd be overcalling a lot of that suited shit. The rest of this, I think I probably would be pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here with queen 3, queen 5 suited, like, shrug, flick, right? Like instantly, queen 7 suited, just folding. But yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking queen 4 suited, just folding. Like,
yeah, I know, me too. That's where I looked initially, and then I was like,
that's a suited queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god. So I mean we just kind of saw this, right? So
hard.
Ace 10-0 plus.
Okay.
I think that same similar range of suited shit.
Are you jamming Ace 10-0?
Holding. Whoa, fuck no.
Oh,
not 20 out. But I'm gonna make the money here.
You're like ripping this.
I know, man. I'm ripping this, I think. Oh, not this. Ace 10-0. This is close, is probably right. I don't know what this is a really tough spot. So go ahead, Toe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What
Yeah,
is
I'd
your
probably be
range?
ace jack O there for sure.
Jack
And
O ripping,
then I think
okay.
it's very similar
Triple
range
plus.
we just saw, right? Like I think except
No,
I
this is
probably
later
would
positions
be,
and you're shorter, so it's gonna be completely
I
different.
was gonna say I
You're gonna have
probably
more
was gonna be a little
jams.
bit more jamming.
Yep.
And then probably a little less flatting with that suited middling.
You know the
stuff.
drill. Give me the bottoms of your ranges. This isn't.
Oh, I gave you
not a
ballpark,
rookie.
right? I gave you ballpark. Probably
yeah.
jamming ace jack O.
I get plus.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look
You
at
know
this.
there's eight. Well, there you know there's
Suited tens. Ace and
ace jack O,
plus.
suited
Pairs.
tens, fucking
Yep.
most
Yes.
pairs.
Yes.
And then suited paint.
Yeah, that's tough.
From the big blind.
Well, you said you're suited tens, so that means I would assume when you say suited tens,
Yeah,
king
that's suited
10,
paint.
king
That's
jack, king
everything.
queen plus. Yeah, that
That's
just
everything.
encompasses everything to the left of that range. But
Yeah,
are you
probably
folding or
float
calling
sitting
this?
eights. Oh, snap folding it.
Snap folding, he says. Oh, Cap, go ahead. I'm curious what the Cap.
I mean, I think this might jam some. This might mix. Ace 10, I think jams. King Jack
too.
suited probably jams too if you're
Easy.
jamming some of the paint.
Snap
Suited
out of there.
tens.
What's the worst pair you jam here?
Like cut off hijack. Probably gonna jam like
You're not too good.
5s through 10s.
Well, you have to jam everything outside of aces, maybe, and then you can go small with that. But I think you might just jam every you have no small 3-betting range in this spot. I would imagine it's only red.
You're
not gonna
You might have aces and kings, but I mean, what size would that be, right? It's like 8, and there's no way. No, you're
No, it's all
you got
red.
room. You got room for 6 still.
Joe is folding this. It's all red, bro.
That's
You
why.
ain't got to. If you ever do
That's
that shit with me and I got 20, I'm folding everything. I mean, because it's only aces and kings.
Yeah, there's no room.
If you ever see somebody under 20 make it like 7 here and leave themselves 12, what the fuck? Nah, I'm folding.
Yeah, so the big thing here is one
Fucking
pip off
tens,
for the ace 9, and then was one pip off
Look at this suited 10.
suited 9s was one pip off there too, right? Those suited 10s.
Yep, suited 9s could be in there, suited 10s. I missed these.
And then a lot
jams,
more
but I'm always
flatting
suited
with that
10s. Yep.
middling suited stuff that I expected.
Yeah,
I expected some of that 7-4 and 8-5 to be out of there at this stacked up.
Well, we're shorter. We get to realize more equity when we're shallower. The other spot we were a little bit deeper.
I did a little different. I see I'm over condensing because I'm like chips more valuable. So this is hell.
PFA switched it up. That was 2 pips off. Usually it's only 1 pip.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck do I do here? I'd be lying if I said I didn't call in game. I don't know if that's right. This is tough. At this stacked up, we're so fucking deep.
No,
I
this
could see
ain't
call. I could see 3-bet not all in.
to what fold.
But then I want to 3-bet and fold. Yeah, no, I'm calling. Fuck that.
I'm
Calling. Probably all suited paint kind of stuff. Suited aces.
And then you're only raising ranges if you.
Yeah, we're deep as fuck. So my raising range is going to be pretty polar. Or I'm sorry, pretty linear. And pretty much just be the top. I don't know, jacks plus, 10s plus, something like that.
You might even just be calling Jackson and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
I don't know what
it's
to do
like
with
20.
jack.
This is a very good spot to look at stack depth wise. You can just imagine, just take your 40 effective stack, and then you're going to be deep in these spots. And how do we not punt it? Right? Toe just calling this, and it wants to fucking jam it. Jack's plus. It's only journalists. But I mean, to be fair, the EV is pretty comparable between calling and jamming. Like,
Yeah, I'm always
I don't
calling.
mind missing the one range island.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
be
right though.
calling.
3-bet not all in, jacks plus, ace king. It's great. I said ace queen. So
Just strong linear. Well done.
Strong, yeah.
A few bluffs here.
It's polar.
Yeah. A handful of bluffs here. And then your sizing. Look at this size as well. Bombing it. No, it's fucking 5.7. Yeah, it's like 6x.
10, 11 or something.
You just go to 12.
Yeah, fucked up.
All right, Toe, 2 more. Toe's out here crushing it. We'll do a few more hands. I'm gonna mix this up, and then we'll do post flop stuff as well, and then marked hands.
This is the easy fold in due course, but like, what's the range here? I think at this stack depth, 30, 32 is weird. We're like a weird couple of pips above. I think at 30, we still jam here with our suited paint.
Are you flatting this?
Oh no, I'm the fuck out this hand.
No calling range, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we have a calling range on some level. Like, what do you do with? I mean, just folding pocket sevens.
I think it's raise or fold. Oh, I guess you could have some pairs. I don't know. Like the pairs, I would fold a lot of junky pairs if I don't want to jam them.
What are you doing with like? I don't know, ace nine, ace 10 suited, right? Like,
Yeah.
those feel like
Well-
they could be flats.
Well, you have to.
jam ace 10
Do we want to reopen the action? Tim says. Like, look at this. Everybody is in hell with this spot. So, Toe, give me your VPIP range and just start from the pairs. What's the worst pair that you're?
So
gonna
I don't
start
really
with?
have any offsuit ace. I think that I'm flatting
Pairs.
here. Oh, pairs.
Pair.
Fuck. I would be calling too many pairs because I love calling for this cheap price. So
fours
let's
plus?
Yeah, I was gonna say 5. So you're right about there. I have
Okay.
no flats with offsuit ace. I'm
No
totally
offsuit
good with
aces?
Rebetting probably ace.
Ace queen plus
Yeah.
suited aces.
Suited aces, I would be. That's a tough one.
That's the hardest part. Yeah.
Ace 8-ish.
Ace 8, yeah.
Okay.
Ish. And then I think we jam suited paint.
So suited tens. So king. That's where like the suited 10 region plus. I can
For
imagine.
sure,
From there.
suited jacks, and then like king jack, queen jack, king queen suited, and then king 10. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's say suited paint. Let's call it.
Okay.
Yes.
So suited tens plus, and then V pipping some suited aces, flatting some pairs, ace queen. So that's where range set abs. I just need to get a quick
Suited wheel aces
setup.
jams. That might be a thing. I always miss those because fuck.
Set abs. What's
Yes.
your range here? Give me structure.
Oh,
What are you
okay.
doing with the
Well,
pairs? Start with pairs.
the
I need
pairs,
structure and answers so I can visualize it.
Jack to ace, 3-bet,
Jacks
to
to aces.
6, I
Okay.
call. I 3-bet polar, ace 5, ace 4 suited.
And you're jamming those, or are you just 3-betting?
Oh, I think it's a jam.
Jam?
The
Okay.
3-bet are
I always miss
mostly a
those.
jam, except for the aces and my bottom of my range of my polar, king X suited. that I
Suited
3-bet.
tens. What about the suited tens region or suited nines? Are you king 9, queen 9, jack 9? Are you doing anything with
Oh,
those?
I think it's a full right there.
Okay, suited tens.
So it's a really king queen off and ace off. I'm gonna 3-bet them.
Okay.
Yeah, like
All
king
right.
10 off, maybe.
King 10 off, having it in there a little
Three
bit.
bet,
Is-
three bet
No, I
fold.
think ace king and ace queen is a jam.
Okay. I just like to get you guys in the habit of visualizing our range when we get, so you can just know from the baseline every time you have king 10 suited, and then you can imagine the region above that and you know what your bottom is and you're never confused. You don't waste brain power when you see anything else.
Do we jam the paint? Let's
Do
find
we
out.
jam the paint? Let's find out. Toe is folding this.
Oh, fuck
Let's
yeah,
see.
fuck this.
Fuck this. I mean, but you don't necessarily. It's a little bit.
We raise the paint. We don't jam it.
Whoa! We did some punting. The
Plus any
suited
pair.
tens. Look at this. I'm not gonna lie and say I wouldn't know what to do in these spots and be V pipping.
It was funny when you asked me. I even like flinched and questioned the 10s and then said, "Nah, fuck it. Let's just say paint." I also
Yeah.
said too, like the 32 bigs is weird. I think at 30 it just changes a little bit.
This is really
We
hard
get
to
more
implement.
jams.
This
Yeah.
is, I mean, but to be fair, your suited like king queen suited mixes, king jack suited has some jamming in there, queen jack suited has some jamming in there, king 10 suited has some jamming in there, ace jack suited does not. We don't want to jam
I think
that.
if we bring this down just a hair, all that stuff jams a lot more.
Suited
Look at,
nines
look
all
at the
out of
weirdness
there.
with ace jack versus ace 10.
Tens. Our pairs are trying to set mine. Yeah, this is tough. It's great. I mean, to be fair, these have a little EV and just squeezing. And your size is 5x.
Yeah, out of position.
So you get like 10.5 or something
Pray.
and pray. All right, Toaster.
Oh God. This is where I get mad at you.
What did I
I always,
do?
I always want to fold, and I always hear you like ace queen's your bottom, pocket nine's
some
your
spots.
bottom. So then I'm like,
But this
fuck
is multi-way though.
fuck this
So
spot.
yeah. We have done a lot of work, and you see that there's a lot of bottoms.
So I mean, it's interesting because
Yep.
we actually do have some fold equity with the jam, which is good.
Mhm. Beep beep.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. This is the exact hand that would give me trouble.
You play poker every day.
I-
You've seen this spot at least.
It still gives me
1,000
trouble.
times.
Listen,
Yeah.
toe is
Okay.
only. I'm only the toe of God. I'm not.
Okay,
the
so
whole-
toe's indifferent with this.
So
Ace king.
yeah, I would be
off
stuck. I'd be
plus,
jamming this
ace
some, I
queen
think, and then
suited
folding
plus,
this some. I think I'd be
tens
jamming
plus.
this some and folding this some. Tens plus is in there.
Ace queen suited plus, tens plus.
Queen
There's toes
suited is
range.
in there. Suited paints folding. Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. I got him. And then this one he's flipping with. Skate, give me your quick condensed range, not some exhausted and waddling with some king queen or something. Are you going with tens plus, nines plus? What is it? Skate or die?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Skate,
going
Both sides.
jacks plus, ace queen
jacks
off,
plus.
ace queen suited, obviously.
Okay.
And
And then you don't, the rest is easy from there. It's ace king plus and then kings and
Yeah.
easy shit. Yep. So he's a little bit tighter with his pairs. He's going with ace queen off plus and jacks plus, folding tens here. So all right, let's see it. So is 50-50ing this.
Feels close. Just fold.
Tens plus.
tens.
So that's the cuspy
Queen
one.
suited plus.
Yeah, that's tough one.
And it's torching, by the way.
So just fold it like I want to.
Gonzo.
That's cool because I was only half torching, right? I was half torching, half folding.
It's nice because I mean you always know this is third in. It's not the bottom, right?
Yeah,
Heads
it's
up, it's your bottom. Heads up for something like 12 bigs, 15 bigs from EP, and you need to call. You know it, but this is third in, so it condenses by a pip, right?
Yep.
Which makes sense. It just gets one pip tighter with one other caller. So
Easy
easy for us.
The 10-10 and ace queen suited EV.
The what? Which one?
The EV for the bottom of the range hands. Ace queen suited and 10-10.
Oh yeah. I mean, this ain't loving it, is it?
And what's that?
Low jack's range.
This is yeah.
So I have a question for you, specifically in spots like this and like in these ICM spots. What's a good like what EV are we looking for here? Like what's a good inflection point on the EV?
I think you got to be careful looking for a specific EV point because your opponent's ranges are just vastly different. Like here, I see ace queen. I call ace queen. This is enough for me. I see profit. I see call. I call. Right. And then in game, we're just going to adjust. I think people are going to be calling this wider, some tighter. So you just have to make that adjustment because it's not going to be as static as this number we're looking at. Right.
Yeah, but I think you can like, I mean, you.
I'm calling
this.
this.
Even if you adjust for a little bit, so like that's 0.04, which means in game it's probably a little bit better than that because guys are playing incorrectly. But like what was tens? 10 was like point. Click on
2-2. It is like a quarter.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like to me that I see a fifth of a big blind, a quarter of a big blind. That's a slam.
Yep.
That's a slam dunk.
This still feels like kind of slam dunky to me, but yeah, I can see because I just think people flat here in some, especially mid stakes and lower stakes with too much ace jack,
that's not a
pocket fives, dumb shit, you know.
That's the
So
point I was gonna make. There's a lot of people that are gonna flick those six bigs in a lot wider than that low jack range is supposed to be. Some will be tighter, but a lot are wider. If you just know they're splashy fish,
right,
you could probably attack them a little more linearly.
like my boy Toe, I know in game. If this is the red tag, one of his red tags that flats, and this guy's already short, and this red tag is somebody who plays way too many hands, he's just gonna find in the moment in game to jam this ace queen, and this ace queen probably could have some EV versus some maniacs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, a good thing, like depending on who this player is, right?
Yeah, I think
This is like a limpy callie type player. I'm probably more likely to jam, thinking they're calling too wide, and I have fold equity against them.
Yeah, that and the ranges are too wide, or sometimes a specific tournament type. If it's a little bit turbo-y and faster, right? And in this spot, the EV is a little bit different, and people are playing different.
Where it's really flat, and we just take these spots. Sure.
Yeah, I think you have to be very aware of all those different situations as well. It's a turbo, right, guys? And you have this spot, and again, guys are calling much wider and much looser. This ace queen off gets closer. If people's ranges widen up a bit, right? Because it's a turbo and they're folding less spots.
Are we never folding tens?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Let's do one more round of this, and then we're gonna go to the post flop stuff, which should be fun. You're good, Toe. Thank you, sir. Let's give another one of these guys another opportunity. Well done. Punterino Beaterino. I love the name. You should change all your screen names to that. It's fitting. You in here? You ready? He punted. Gary,
Yes,
how you doing, buddy?
good, man. Sorry I was
Uh,
late. Okay, my range.
Is Punterino Beaterino? Is that Beats? Is that Deuterino?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. He's like a hybrid of a couple of our friends.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, yeah, that is funny. No, Gary, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know the drill. Yeah, we're just asking what we're gonna range. The specific you got here a little bit later.
I did.
So
Sorry.
just no, it's
Yeah.
all good, man. What we're looking at though specifically is we're on a money bubble here, soft money bubble. There are
Yeah.
50 players remaining and 30 until we cash. So we're just trying to figure out how we would differentiate how we're playing versus early stages and kind of going from there. So are you playing this king 8 and hijack to these? And if not, what are you V-pipping?
Wow. Okay, so flats.
Are you
Yeah.
Yes, give me your range. You don't have to give me specific hands. Like,
Okay,
are you
all
in there
right,
with
yeah.
suited tens, suited jacks, ace queen off plus? Like, I like to hear it like that because
Okay, definitely ace
it's
queen off
already-
plus,
Yep.
eights plus.
Okay.
Probably ace 8 plus suited.
Okay.
I get nervous with ace 6 and 7 suited in these
Fair.
situations.
As we all do. Yep.
Yeah. And then suited paint, king, queen suited, queen, jack. Yeah. Maybe down to
So-
tens, not nines and eights though.
So this is fun. Are you flatting like those hands? Like jack
Yeah.
10 and queen 10 suited, you're flatting, and then you're going to be flatting. It's interesting. You're going to be shocked to see this. I don't think we do a lot of flatting third in with those
Yeah,
hands
no,
at all. So this is going to be good for you to see, Gary.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just got Poker Tracker and GTO Wizard, and I'm probably losing 10 to 12 big blinds per 100 with my misplays. So this is a good exercise. So
No, it's really good, man. And I think one of the things we naturally do early in the game, as we're learning poker players coming into these stages, we're used to seeing these high value Broadway Jack 10 suited, and we think we need to be calling it anytime there's a small raise in front. Like naturally, it's like you feel tight if you don't play those. Some hands like king, queen off people overplay. So looking at how condensed we need to play in these spots will be good for you to see. Anyone want to take a guess on how we play this range? Cap, you were kind of mentioning something
I
about
mean, I
having no
wouldn't have any
flats.
call. I wouldn't have any calls here myself, honestly. I'm folding all my low pairs. Like, I mean, even like,
Folding-
I mean, I imagine like it feels bad folding like eights and nines, right? But I don't really want to raise them. So
yeah, okay, all right. Yeah.
I'm like I just try to ISO maybe like tens plus.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing with your suited tens? Jack 10, queen 10, king 10 suited.
Oh man, like ace 10, I'm gonna raise. ISO raise, I guess ace 10 plus.
What size?
Queen jack suited plus. Folding all my offsuit crap. Got ace king, ace queen off, I guess all ISO. That's about it.
Damn it.
2, 4, like 6 bigs, 3x.
6, okay.
Damn, look how tough. See how tough this spot is when we start getting deep. So this is
I
gonna
would
be
have
good.
gone 9, yeah.
First
We don't have
off,
to go so big.
Yeah,
let's
okay.
look at this. So MP's opening range is this. Still gets the open ace 3. So if you're in this spot and you have 16 bigs, one thing you notice is I think I see hand histories here where people get super shook with pocket 7s, pocket 8s, and want to go all in, right? There is no all in range with 16 bigs. Take
Right.
that leak out of there right away. I know it exists. So no jamming with this stuff because we're scared. No jamming, no jamming. And we're going ace 9 off. Ace 9 is kind of borderline. The rest of these are printing a little bit of EV. So you can keep this as your borderline. And the rest of these are reasonable opens. King 8's kind of borderline. The rest of these are printing. This flatting range is interesting. Only hand that's flatting is ace jack and king queen. So nothing else really flatting.
I thought
Ace
they'd be a lot wider. than that,
1%.
honestly.
Kings 5%, and then like pocket eights are shrugging like I hate this spot, so it just flicks.
So we
so this
definitely want
spot's
to
funny.
squeeze this dude.
Ace queen. Look at how disgusting this range is. Tens plus, kept you nailed
my.
it.
Okay.
The king queen O is 0 EV. That's why it's mixing some fold. Ace queen O plus.
I
and
was
then-
ace 10 suited plus.
Yeah, ace 10's gone, but yeah, you kind of got it right here. We miss. Look at this. I was making this point about this, Gary, and I really think this is important for you to see. And it's hard for people to make these folds in the game because they feel nitty or something. Queen jack suited, queen 10 suited, jack 10 suited, all in the garbage.
Okay.
Reverse implied odds, trash. Not much flatting third in, like in these spots at all.
I mean, it does feel bad. Like those eights and nines are really hard to part way with, but they just are.
Yeah.
Trash bags. You can't
And
do
then
anything. You're not getting the right
if he
price.
goes all in on you, you're basically the same range except for some of those bluffs.
You
Fold
just
the
call the
bottom.
top of your range. You call the top and fold the bottom.
Okay.
Fold
yeah.
your sixes, sevens, probably.
I mean, look at
Yep.
this shit. Yeah, this stuff is
Yep.
barely
Wheel
it's-
aces, the king, the high low kings.
Yep. So that's a very good hand. And I think this is really good for everybody to see, and hopefully this saves somebody some money.
What size did it raise to?
I missed it. GG.
It was small though, right? It's
Yep.
always small.
6,
All right,
you said?
Jared.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right. You what are you doing here with these nines?
Okay. I bet 2. He went to 4. What does he have? 130 big blinds? Yeah.
Hell no, he has 13.
Oh, he has 13. Okay.
Yep. I can refresh it if
No, it's all right. All right. All right.
let's go. Yeah, he started with 18.
Okay,
Gotcha.
got you. I got you. Okay.
Yep. Just to help.
Oh, I'm all in. Yeah.
All in. So since you're all in with this, I can assume you're taking pocket nines plus. What are you doing with ace jack offsuit?
Nah, folding.
Folding ace jack. What are you doing with ace queen offsuit?
I'll go all in with ace queen.
What are you doing with pocket ace 4, ace 5 suited?
No, like ace 8 suited, ace
So
9.
you're folding ace 4 and ace 5 suited.
Yeah, I just haven't figured out how to play those the way the solvers want them played.
At minimum, you have to call 2.2 into this pot, you know. Like you're getting a pretty good price. So I don't know. Ace 5 is the nuts. I'll probably jam ace 4, ace 5 suited.
Because I'm out of
I'm
position
folding.
too, right?
I don't know. Maybe he's shorter. Maybe we need him to be at 22 big blinds effective.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm folding those junky wheels. Oh, they're in there jamming. I ain't.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
I've
there.
never fold. I mean, I just never fold these. And when
No?
nope.
Okay.
Nope, not these two.
Yeah, I ain't playing that crap.
Nope. That's why I asked.
can't-
I want to see if I'm the only psycho in here. So I want to ask if you were doing the same thing with these, especially in these money bubbles. I mean, in real life, when somebody does this, they would have to be some kind of freak for me want to do it a lot. A good reg, I'll do this, but yeah, here's the range here where you are flatting, still flatting.
Okay.
With your pairs, you're getting really good price when he goes 2.2. The offsuit dog shit is really hard. But your suited pair, your
All
suited hands,
Keep my
your
pairs.
pairs, and then look at King 9. These are gross and gone. Look at Jack 10 suited. I'd probably make a mistake with flicking 2.2 more in there with this every time and this. So this is good to see.
Okay.
And this.
Just keep in mind, you can only polarize versus people that are capable of having bluffs in their 3-bet range at this.
That's why I said regs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Some do, some don't. If they don't, you're just gonna be punting towards your money with the crappy stuff.
I will say mid stakes, low stakes, where a lot of us hang out, right? Guys are just not good enough to mix this and have any portion outside of this. Okay, I'm dead serious. Like I'm having a hard time finding a sample size where people are actually bluffing, especially if they don't already have insano aggressive stats. If they have an insano aggressive stats, great. But if they don't, they're probably just using the nuts to induce you.
Yep.
I mean, it's just people don't mix enough. We're not playing against old Shimeon or none of these cats. Whoa. All right, Gary. You're putting a cage with the sailboats. We taking a
Fold.
swim?
No, I'm
Fold.
folding. Yeah.
Are you calling pocket nines? Plus again.
No, for my whole nines. 10s for sure.
Nines, tens for sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, nines.
Nines plus again. He's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
having that shit this deep. Let's see. G-Man the Meatball. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. So you have pocket fours here. I'm assuming you're folding this, right?
Yes.
What is your calling range here? Start with the pairs.
Nines plus.
Yep.
Uh,
Suited aces? Are you calling ace jack suited? Ace 10 suited?
no, I don't think so.
All right, so ace queen suited plus? Are you
Yes.
calling ace queen suited?
Yes.
Ace queen off?
Yes.
King queen suited?
Oh. No. But I want to.
I know, right?
So
All
what
right.
do we think their jamming range is? At least where I'm stuck. Like I have no idea what they're jamming here again. This is probably like another like 6 combo jam or something. And I don't know how to respond to that.
It's not even 6 combos, it's a
Not
1
even.
combo jam.
I had no idea how to respond. Like when I see this, I don't know. I'm flustered. I don't know.
You
what
don't
to
need
do.
to be
I'm
flustered.
super
It's ace
tight.
king every single time.
I'm
It's
just
never
super-
aces, it's never kings. Yeah, I'm
They
super
do
tight.
this. I'm super tight when they do this.
Obviously
I'm
folded.
lost.
So I wonder when we see that range and it's only ace king, right? How does the solver want to play against that? We know goddamn well we can't count ace queen off anymore. Ace queen suited's done.
Yeah.
Jacks plus, and jacks are even sad. Queens
Queens
are
are sad.
I'm never folding queens. Damn, man, this is rough. So when you jam on somebody for 40 effective, you can effectively make their range like kings plus ace king. Skate thought tens was being there. A lot of us thought tens. Some of us were saying ace queen suited, but now that we see the range, when you get jammed on for 40 effective, closing the action, you just need ace king jacks plus.
Yeah, he's not even closing. The small blind covers it behind him. So
That
he's,
is why he's not even. Yeah, you know the range is insanely tight. This range.
yeah. So he's got to be strong. So.
Yep. All right, Gary. 2 more.
All right. Gosh darn it.
That's a 10 big blind open
30.
as well.
Yeah. I want those 10 big blinds. But
So are you gonna take this, or is it?
no, I'm gonna fold this.
Ace queen off plus.
Ace queen off plus, nines plus,
Okay.
ace jack plus suited,
Okay.
king queen suited.
King queen suited plus. I like that. Well done, Gary. Way to give me a nice, precise, constructed range. That was beautiful. Well done. Even if you're wrong, I don't care.
Right.
I actually don't care. The way you just spit that was perfect. All right. Set habits. What are you getting in here with? Got Danny in here. We've got a lot of legends. All right, Set habits. What are you doing here? He gone. Danny Scott. Oh, you're on the telephone. Gotcha.
What's up?
What are your thoughts on this range? Like, are you taking pretty much nines plus as well? Are you going to take something like pocket eights? You got king jack suited in there. Anything outside of what Gary took to the bank?
No, it'd be about the same as him. I might flat some hands like nines, eights though.
Flat some. Oh, you have some 30 and flats with eights and nines. See?
Yeah, and then like tens plus.
And then taking tens plus, flatting nines, eights and nines.
And then you can like ace ten suited can also flat, something like that.
Ooh, he's got a handful of flats in there, and either way, we're gonna either learn that hey, you can find some flats, or ooh, we should have no flats, and we're gonna save more money. So that's good. But everybody consistently seems like they're folding this and not squeezing it, and your nines flat is not out of question, bro. You found a little bit of an island with these two.
Okay.
But look at this. Nines not jamming. I would be GG'd here with nines every time.
Yeah, I guess we
all
don't have many
missing-
flats.
Oh, hell no.
Hey,
Ace is slow
Yeah.
blind.
No king queen suited. No.
I'm never flatting jacks here. Like, I don't care. I'm just not flatting jacks 30 in here.
is that a thing? MP versus LP,
Low jack.
I guess.
Is what a thing.
MP open, then you don't have many flats LP, like cut off or
No,
They
the
have traps.
oh, dude, not even no. In your games, this flat is people are flatting here all day. You're gonna. It might be even this cat might even overcall something.
Yeah.
Like you see so many flats in
Yeah,
these
that's wrong.
spots. Like yeah, this is even if it's not really a thing in a solver. This range for a real person is, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Nobody's playing this perfect.
Got
Queen,
aces.
Jack, Queen 10, Jack 10,
No.
Jack 9, King 9, Ace 10, King Jack, Queen Jack, flatted range.
No, they're
7, 6s,
flattened.
5s, 4s, 3s. Like Ace 4s, like, dude, the flatting ranges by some people are just extraordinarily wide. All right, Gary, last
Okay.
one.
Ugh. Okay.
Yikes, they give you a fun one.
12 big blinds.
Mamma mia.
That's my whole stack. I'm folding.
All right. Are you calling? What's the worst suited ace you call with?
So ace queen off, nines plus, and suited ace 10 plus.
Uh-oh. Now
And
I
no-
think we're getting too tight.
Yeah. That's maybe king queen suited, maybe. So,
Maybe king queen suited. I think king queen suited. I would just not call king queen suited. In
Okay,
spot
all
versus
right.
12 big. But I'm just helping you.
okay, yeah.
No, I just what do we are you folding? So you're folding pocket 7s here as well? Pocket 8s?
No, I can't do that. No, you're right. Let's go down to maybe even down to 6s for 12 big blinds.
Yeah, it just seems really tough in game. If I was opening
Yeah.
pocket 8s, I would just have no imagination of ever folding.
Yeah, you're right.
But I wonder about hands like pocket 5s, pocket 4s, like.
Yeah. No.
So we're gonna have some open jams here, I imagine, with some of those middling pairs that we may not even have them to call with.
I mean, this
Well, we do not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah, I
different.
thought like
Okay.
7s, 8s might want to jam, 9s maybe.
Ace 7 off. Wow. Okay.
No, this is our range, by the way, Gary. No,
Oh, this is ours. Okay.
that was our range. Yep. Let me see who else is here who have not given an opportunity to give their opinion. Everybody's working. Tim is back. Tim, he's back. MC Cataracts, welcome back. What are you calling with here?
Oh God.
Every pair you open with? Are you folding any pair you open with?
Probably. So if I open, so let's see, hijack, I'd be opening. Jesus, I'd be opening.
We just looked at the
plus.
range. Okay.
I didn't see that range,
Oh,
but I would be
yeah.
4s plus, and then I would probably call. I don't know, man. Ace queen suited or better.
Okay. So if you open ace 10 suited here, you're folding it.
No, probably not. Not against it. Yeah, no, I'd probably call that.
Yeah, see, once you start thinking about what's actually like you're playing
Yeah.
in game, if you open the hand and then so are you gonna open it and fold ace 9 suited, ace 8 suited versus a 12 big blind jam? Even
Ace 8
like this
suited,
one.
I would fold. Ace 9, I would say mix or just call. But
Ace 10
Jesus,
offsuit.
but that's your whole stack, so almost.
Are you folding
Ace
ace 10
you-
offsuit?
Oh yes, I am folding ace 10 offsuit. It's not, to me, it's not strong enough. But I mean, he is in the small blind, but he's also stacking off with it, which is pretty much his only move. So I don't know. I think that would be a tough one for me.
Man, these ranges
It's
seem
tight.
Yeah, I'm hearing some giga tight ranges. But I mean, maybe it is versus 12, even in late position, supposed to be that tight. Let's see how they've done. Ace 8 suited plus. I mean, that's why it just seems too tight. I'm glad you guys get to see this. I think there's way too much overfolding going on. King Jack suited has to be a snap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even open 4s and 5s here. I'm surprised we're opening.
I'm opening 5s. You have to be opening 5s.
When I see for ICM middle position,
5s in late position.
I mean,
yeah,
I see
5s.
it, but it just feels a little loose.
Well, the way I interpret it as well, Cap, is I'm very happy to run it versus button. It's not like his seat is almost gone. So we take us and we're effectively in the cutoffs ourselves. Like it's a fucking 6 big stack. He's not going to do anything to stop me. So we move a seat over and we're in a cutoff with 5s. I mean, the
Yeah.
optics of the situation, like I just move the seat over when he's just this short. Like fuck him. Like so. But yeah, this can mix a little bit of call, but yeah, ace nine suited cannot ever fold, man. Folding ace 10-0 ain't no way. I can see ace 9-0 being kind of shook us. Like I get kind of shook with this versus some opponents as well. I ain't never folded king jack suited to this open. King queen suited needs to be called. This is a really tough spot with king queen O. And chip EV, by the way, here with king queen O, it's a snap call. A lot of these are snaps and chip EV. You probably get in there with king 10 suited. Was that the last one, Gary? Did I say that was the last one?
I'll keep going.
No, let's just do one more.
Okay.
All right, one more. All right, one more. And then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back and do post-flop work.
Yeah.
Sweetness. Get 3-bet from the big blind, not all in on this money bubble. If you're not calling this suited king that you've opened,
Yeah.
are you calling, what's the worst one that you are calling with? Are you
King
calling
10.
this one?
King 10 suited.
In there, so he's folding some of the suited nines.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
folding all the suited nines, I can imagine. You're calling all your suited tens.
Yep.
All your suited aces. Are you folding any of your suited aces to this 3-bet? Are you like folding ace-6, ace-7 suited? Because you've opened all suited aces.
No, I'll keep that. I'll keep ace jack off and above,
Okay.
and I'll keep king queen suited, queen jack suited.
How about king jack offsuit, king 10 offsuit?
No, fold.
Even a king queen offsuit?
Yeah, fold.
I like to hear him squirm those uncomfortable spots.
Yeah.
Kep, you have an opinion?
Well, I'm just thinking about. I'm trying to think of the big blinds range. I'm pretty sure they're linear here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're gonna have a couple bluffs. I think they actually bluffed the king 7 suited exactly is one. But yeah, I mean, I'm tight here as fuck, dude. I guess like
I mean, you're not
king
folding
9
any suited
suited
tens.
plus. I'm gonna call my suited aces. Ace 9 off plus, king queen, king jack off.
I just don't trust that.
All my
I
pairs.
don't trust the naked king against the big blind, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I feel him. That's why I'm kind of folding the bottom of range stuff as well. I'd probably be folding king 10 off easy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I gotta have a flush or straight.
One other question for you, Gary. What would you be 4-betting all in with? Would you ever mix ace 4, ace 5 suited as a jam? Are you taking ace queen suited plus? Are you taking tens plus? What is your value jam range? Or do you have any or the bluffs in there as well?
Yeah, so obviously ace king off. Probably ace queen suited up plus, ace king suited.
So all strong linear. What pair?
Yeah.
What's the worst pair? Tens, nines?
Nines. I love my nines, So.
Yeah, you always your range is pretty snug and it's pretty
I love my nines, yeah.
there,
And then
nines plus ace
for
queen.
bluffs, if I have a blocker for bluffs, maybe it's ace 5 suited, maybe it's a little bit ace 10 off.
Okay, there you go.
For my 2 bluffs, yeah.
And this is the 3-bet range. It looks disgusting. And in real life, this is not going to be here. So pretty cool.
More than I thought.
In real life, it feels like it's just going to be.
I agree, Ken. I thought it was tighter than this.
It feels a lot closer to chip EV, but it's except it shifts over to the offsuit kings unless of that suited triangle, I guess. But yeah, it's still pretty polar.
You said you were folding this, calling, and king 10 off is out of there. I would have missed this king jack, but it is mixing fold and it's 0 EV. Easy call here.
Yeah.
The ace 10 off, you need to be pipping that.
Yeah.
Or suited connectors are in there if you open them in position. They do well. And then look at this neat little region here.
Yeah.
I always ask about this because I think it needs to be seen when we do have our bluffs and our range isn't going to be strictly value, guys. We can't only have it's generally going to be balanced between value and bluffs, right? And if we do have bluffs, it's suited ace, will aces a lot. And then we have value. Otherwise, when we jam over the top of this as the 4-bet, it's only the goods, right? Which is too easy to play against.
It's,
So go
I
ahead.
find it special that you have more bluff than you have value on this shot.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty, isn't it? Like, yeah, like this, you're slow playing aces, you're slow playing the kings. Every time you're calling jacks and tens as well. This is kind of interesting to see. I tend to make the mistake of just jamming this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean nine. Yeah, I kind of make the mistake. My league here might be looking at this to G jamming jacks and tens every time. Something happens here. Ace queen suited. We just call and play it in position. So this is very good to see. I would miss this ace deuce, find this ace four every five every time. Never ever using these. But look, no folding here. But
Yeah,
go ahead, Skate.
I was gonna say, like, I was thinking, like, now against regular players, like not GTO solver, can we eliminate ace 6, ace 7 suited, and just 3-bet, ace 4, ace 5, ace 3, eliminate all the calls?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The poker isn't
Yeah.
about just trying to play exactly like this damn solver. You're gonna have some
Yeah.
sleepless ass nights if you try to mimic this versus the general public. Versus the general public, we just use the guide to know what we need to VPIP. And then you're gonna have to some of this stuff is marginal EV, and you could just be torching it versus some people that are too tight, versus some of the unknowns and stuff like that. Where it's probably just going to be best to just call and play it in a position. And look how close the EV is. Although it tells you to jam every single time. Well, if somebody's never has the portion of the 3-bet bluffs, I think it's just going to be better to be pit by calling in position.
like,
Shit, honestly,
like
that's how I play this. I have no 4-bets in this. Like when I play against someone in all my games at this exact spot, I would have 0-4. I would have no jams. I would just call my continuing range.
Well, no, I think you need to have some of these. Like I'm only. I mean, I would never flat ace king off suited in this spot. Like that would be an easy one, right? If you wanted to do that, and you
I
can
don't mind
almost flat
calling it
everything
and playing it
else.
in position. I mean, if we hit an ace, probably still gonna get all their chips.
I mean, the EV for this specific one seems to be one of the more drastic changes there, Cap. It's like, but at the same time, like, yeah, like for instance, it's showing you almost always jam the king jack suited. But look at the EV between the decision of calling and jamming. Queens as well. Like and I think it does operate like that in the public. It's just showing you where we need to VPIP to be profitable. And I think it's good. Like,
So can I know what's neutral EV and what's good EV, winning EV?
no, I mean, I'm not going to go through every single
Oh,
hand. Like,
no, but in
it's
general,
going to depend.
okay, depends.
I mean, the EV isn't going to be too much drastically like aces. Is just losing a shitload by raising. But yeah, I think you should just focus on seeing the range you need to VPIP and then taking in consideration, well, this tight ass guy, it tells me to jam ace deuce suited every time, but this guy has a 4% VPIP and he's 3-bet, and you just know you're torching it, right? By 4-betting. So in that case, I would just flat. Or if you even fold, advise you just overfold, right? Like in like the bottom of the range shit. So with that being said, I think we've been going for about an hour. I do think it's good for us to get up, stretch, get some water, get a snack, so we can come back and be very efficient for the next hour plus of the study group. When I get back, we are going to do some post-flop work. I got some situations where I think it'll be beneficial, where I think a lot of leaks here, post-flop, big blind defending. So we'll do that a little bit. Also, I want to give you guys the opportunity to throw some marked hands in. If you guys have any tournament marked hands, go ahead and look through those now on break. And while we're doing this first segment, we'll get up and finish. If you have big blind spots as well. Skate, are you guys crazy shit in there again? These crazy 6X's? All right, cool. Yeah, so feel free to drop some hands in there. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back.
By pre-screen?
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, you're 3-betting too big, dude.
Who?
I'm looking at the first hand. I see the king jack. You went over, you 3-bet over 6x from the button.
Oh man, 6 is gonna chew me up.
Yeah, it's no good.
Ah. Well, at least we get to see it because it was the same tournament, the same.
It's a good hand to 3-bet, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
don't have to go that big. Just go like 3x.
yeah. Damn it.
Because when they 4-bet, you're folding, right? And then you put all these chips in, it's like, so, and they 4-bet, you're dead. Like, you just wasted all those chips. And if you call, it's like even worse. I didn't click forward, so I don't know what happened.
I mean, I just I don't want to play king jack
Oh,
off
it got
post flop.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, what do you do? You see, like, if you have aces, what are you gonna do? Go 2.5x? Like, people catch on to that shit, man. If you play them a few times, they're gonna pick up on it real easy.
Yeah, like when you raise larger, it's like not value kind of thing.
Ah.
Yeah.
And some people only raise large with good hands. Like some people will have like kings and queens there. Like,
Opposite, yeah, opposite. Well, at least I'm not doing that, right? I mean,
so
well, which is not good either, but
so you limped. We don't limp. You get yelled at for that.
yeah, I wanted to see how I played. Like, I kind of thought that was a bad limp. That's why I marked it.
Hey, you flop the world. Oh, and he just donks in you. I don't
Cooler.
know if he's the one that ISO'd or not. I guess he was, yeah.
It's a cooler hand.
He got there. Don't limp. Hmm. 20 bigs. This king 10 might be a jam. Playing 20 bigs? How deep are you? 8, 16, 20 bigs. It's probably a jam.
Yeah, I don't know if I played it right post flop, so yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do. I mean, I would probably just call, but I mean, if you get it in, it
Yeah.
can't be bad.
Yeah, since it's like not the bottom, maybe
Oh, that's
raising was
good. So you got it through. I mean, raise
yeah.
is probably good. I think it's a jam pre-flop, honestly, though. Let me see. 20 bigs. Small blind. What position were they? Cut off. Yeah, it's just all in pre-flop. Pure. Check raise is probably good. Can't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, like I really got to take into account the effective stack size and use my sizing accordingly, like more to that and also smaller in general.
I didn't even notice what the stack behind you was. 18. Yeah, so yeah, it was like he had a little more. The big blind had like whatever, 20, 3 or 4. Just jam it.
All right, boys. Time to get better. Hey, what's up, Cowboy Customs? Welcome, welcome. Still a lot of legend. Hey, John, up there lurking. Good to see you, John motherfucking Silver in the house. Good to see you, my man. Before we get started, I wanted to call on maybe a person or two and try to get an idea of what areas do we feel that you're struggling in the most. I think it's important to have these conversations. You know, it's not a waste of time because I think we all go through things in this game, and there can be concepts that we just struggle with, or we're always in a big blind. We feel like we're overfolding, or we're in 3-bet spots and we don't know what to do. So let me see. Molten Ashes, what do you think you're struggling with the most?
What I'm struggling with the most, or at least the spot that I'm least confident in, I don't think I'm struggling, I should say, is definitely post flop, especially turns and revers, like frequency of what hands, especially non-equity bluffs, or some of them are quite unintuitive to me. Like sometimes we go ham with the bottom of our range.
Yep.
With no equity, and sometimes I'm confused on whether I'm trying to get to learn to bluff more, but I don't want to overdo it in spots. But yeah, just post flop in general,
more
especially turns into
as the
bluffing
aggressor,
and post flop,
double barreling. Yeah, okay, that's good, and we're gonna get an idea of that because the solver ain't gonna miss a spot. So against out of position here, when we're facing double barrels, which we'll see a lot, we're gonna get an idea of what the solver is double barreling with and see that as well. But that's something I've struggled with as well, and sometimes constantly struggle with: over double barreling, under double barreling, using the wrong card, wrong combos, and that takes a lot of work, right? And there's a lot of different stack depth and spots, so I can appreciate that. One other person, I know Cole's in the cash game streets. Gary's kind of newer. John motherfucking Silva. John Silver, what are you doing, man? How you doing, buddy? You got a mic? You here?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. What's up? How are y'all doing?
Good, buddy. How about yourself, man?
Doing good. Can't complain.
So when it comes to poker, what are some areas that you feel like you're least confident in and you may struggle with?
Definitely post flop stuff is first and easiest thing to say. Sometimes when I'm deeper in tournaments, stuff starts to blend like CEV and ICM, and I start punting. Yeah, so that's a couple other areas too, but mainly post flop. Definitely get myself into situations where I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, do I need to double barrel this? How did I get here? I have trash on a river, and I think I should be so good. A lot of post flop stuff. And I just wanted to get that as just a basic idea from a few people, and let you guys hear that other people struggle with aspects of the game as well and have their insecurities and spots they need to get more confident in. So we all go through things. Post flop is an emphasis that we'll look at. But with that being said, thank you guys for sharing that stuff as well, man. It ain't easy to be vulnerable and let you guys know what we're struggling with. So thank you. But yeah, with that being said, let's kind of get into some situations here. Here I have 20 to 40 big blinds. We're in the big blind, right? And we could even put ourselves in the cutoff for a few hands as well, or switch it up. I think maybe switching, now that I hear that, will be the best. And putting in, we can be both spots. Let me think. Hero can be, and GTO can be big blind. So it'll switch. Yep. Yes. Sweet. So with that being said, I think it will be good and worth our while to play both ends of it and see where we should be double barreling, see what we should be c-betting, and spend a good hour or so working on that aspect and then going to Mark 10. So with that being said, John Silver, get in here. Come on, Buckwheat. Time.
All right.
Automatically, right away, we get a fun, kind of interesting, weird spot. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry, you see
Uh,
betting or you're nine. First off, I'm not gonna. What are you doing with this hand? Are
I'm
you c-betting?
definitely probably throwing a C-bet out there, probably 20 or 33%.
Okay.
Could even, I don't know. You could even go bigger. I don't know.
Okay, and what percentage of your range do you think you're c-betting on this board? 60%, 70%, 80%, 50? Is this a 50-50 board to you when you visualize it?
So much crap that just hits the big blind too. Probably like 60, 70, somewhere in that range, probably.
60, 70, c-betting this nine. I mean, we can get into all kind of different portions of our range when I ask you. So we'll keep it simple. And then as we go through other hands, I'll ask you about different portions of your range so we don't have too much of a long-winded response that it gets too consuming. So he right away I asked him about his nines. He's betting his nines. He thinks we're at 60, 70%, and he's going to use this for 20 or 30% c-bet. Cowboy Customs, you got a mic? How you doing, my friend? I seen it come unmuted, but you're good. If you want to lurk, that's all good as well, my friend. But I was just gonna ask you, are you c-betting this in this situation?
I definitely think I would have to c-bet here for sure.
Yeah, would you use larger sizing or would you go smaller?
I play a little bit crazier, so I think I would go between 33 and 55, just because at this point, just to see what's going to happen with that from that area. So that's what I would go with.
No, I can appreciate the honesty. The board looks a little bit wider as well. So having some upsizing with some portion of our range makes sense. I'm not sure about a 9x in there, but I could see maybe it just wants to straight equity denial versus some and push equity when called. So with that being said, let's just take a look and see if we can start to glean some things here as well. Your 55 isn't out of the question either. It is interesting. We are mixing some checks here as well. And when you see this, it can look ever so confusing, but it's really just saying you can't really make a mistake between betting and checking, which is kind of comforting to see. Preferring maybe checking a little bit more, but it also is 55% betting, right? Take a quick look at the flop strategy. 70% here, John. So yeah, you're about right. And then I knew we would have a little bit of 55 here. It makes sense with your pocket jacks. Yeah, you can just mix small out here. Look at ace five, just never checking, right? The bottom of your range. These suited aces. Study as a key as much as learning math is, yeah, everything comes with the practice for sure.
Yeah, I'm betting more with the spade or without.
With in regards to these offsuit second pairs, you are betting more without for protection.
Okay, it's interesting. I got it backwards.
More without. It always feels like I get that backwards as well, where it feels like if I have this spade, I'm gonna have more continues, right? On turns, but you just get to realize equity more and easier when you have a spade than when you don't. And then your top pairs obviously going crazy, and then the two overs. When it comes to your two overs, you want to bet a little bit more without a spade as well, Cap.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to King Jack, you want the spade. But Queen Jack is betting more without a little bit. King Queen without a spade, betting a little bit more. So these are things, after we do a few of these, we'll get a little bit better. But yep, we do decide to bet. I think in game, I would mix bet here as well. I don't think it's horrific at all. And we just take it down, which is great. It's still on you, John. I don't know why we're cut off at hijack. Oh, I want it to be versus the blinds only. So I think we have to just do it like this at first. We'll have to just mix it
Yeah.
up.
You
Yeah,
could
we'll
do
have
it
to
one
just.
way and switch partway through.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, so hero will be in position. We'll do, and then we'll do some big blind stuff. Cool. Oh, then you get lucky and flop the joint. All right, John, go ahead. You flop the joint. How we playing it? Wet board. This is good as
Definitely
well.
a small C bet. I would do this with any pair too. Small C bet.
So on this board, do you think most of your range is betting for a small size or a big size when you see bet? Is this a small C bet, big board, or big C bet board? Would you be betting frequently?
Yeah, definitely be. You know what? I could almost. This might be a board that checks a lot more too.
Yeah, I think this is what I was trying to allude to. I mean, we certainly have boards we don't see bet very frequently. And when that's the case, we generally bet big and infrequent, right? And then we have certain board types with A7 deuce or something like that, where you're going to bet frequently. So you would use a small size. So when you're betting frequently, you're generally going small. And when you're betting infrequently, you're going big. But with that being said, you do have portions of your range on the infrequent boards where it doesn't need a lot of protection and small could be okay because this is so nutted, but there would be portions of your range where you would only go big here.
So hold on. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I was just saying this one is so nutted that I think small is good because you have backdoor hearts, you have the nuts, like you're not afraid of a damn thing. But I also show you can use a big size here as well. And I mean,
this big surprises would surprise me because there's complete. I was going to say there's some boards where we do so decent amount of checking and only bet small because there's completed equity 6, 7, 8. I didn't think we would get.
Oh yeah, you get some big bets.
We do.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would make the mistake of just going big here too often, and then I mean, occasionally versus some opponents, I may go small. But I just am aware that we can use a big size here, and then we can look at our sizing in general, in a spot like this. And you have big bet. Like you're not betting. You do have some 33 as well, but a lot of this region where you can bet 33, you can also go 55.
So okay, so under the gun's not going to have big bets here because they don't have any of the offsuit nines.
No. This is probably a better exercise for just a very, very quick look through. So overall, in this spot, we are just betting 80% of the time across the board, right? But we have boards that are highest frequency check boards, and that's these boards, right? 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 7, 6, 3. 3 low cards connected, 7 and 8 and under. It's gonna or just gonna be the boards. Look, as long as we go, and with these boards, you don't see as much 33. You see way more purple. You see a lot of purple in here. Purple, 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 purple. It's getting in there a little bit. Weird ace, king, king board. But most of these boards, 3 low cards, and then some monotone boards, ace, 6, 6 paired boards. And then when you get to the very frequent bet boards, just bet small and frequently. You have some bigger bets in there, but I mean, you could just go small and frequent for a lot of these, and you don't have as much small bet. So that's kind of where that heuristic comes from. It's Kev, did you want to see anything else there? Did you have another question?
No.
Okay. So we go 33. I kind of can dig it with this hand in this spot. It's so strong. Oh, is he gonna lead? No lead. Card better for him. Keep it up, John. What are you thinking?
I think I'm just gonna bump it up a little bit here. 55, 83.
55 or 83. No small. Let's see. Danny, what size?
It's
Danny Scott with the
interesting,
55.
but probably
Yeah.
83.
And he's going to go 83. One thing we're probably looking at is the SPR as well to be able to have a nice little jam all in on the river. That card naturally a little bit better for him. I wonder if 55 is going to be a little bit more optimal, but I can definitely see 83. Let's see.
like
You wanted to go 55. Yeah, I kind of like 83 as well. Put in 8, and then the SPR is going to be beautiful.
Then he's gonna do it anyway.
John, you said you were going 55 though, correct?
Yeah, either one. I probably have to think about it a little more.
No,
Yeah,
it's 50
55 or 83. Yeah.
That's
Yep,
good.
55
Yeah.
or 83, and that's beautiful. And that's a very good, it's solid. Like you didn't grief the bet size, didn't second guess. We're setting up jam size. So when we're thinking about our sizing on this turn, we don't have much, no small here, right? So very good. We didn't set it up. Can't jam now,
No.
but
Why
it's
not?
okay. I mean, we can jam it. We can't not overbet jam.
I
I should say.
mean,
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I mean.
it's a pretty good river for a jam.
Oh yeah. When I say not jam, I meant like get the SPR for 1-1. 83 would give us 1-1, but this is still, you could probably still have rip here. So I'm assuming you're just gonna rip.
What are your bluffs?
Yeah, whatever plus spades.
Gonna be 9x
10x.
for sure.
King 9, ace 9,
Ace
queen 9.
5 of
Yeah, any
hearts,
spades
maybe?
or hearts.
Did I get there like this?
Uh-oh. So now we're hearing some interest in not all in. John, you were jamming, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm jamming. I mean, if he has
King
an 8, he's calling
5.
every time.
Yeah.
Gary, would you be all in here? Or would you try to induce by doing something different?
But
Or get called by a 7x, 6x, or expand? Because the thought maybe I can also see a scenario in which if he has an 8, he check jams it, right? No matter what. He has draws, he can check jam, right? The missed. If we use a sizing where he thinks he can rep it. And if we go all in, that 8's calling no matter what, but maybe not going all in would induce some bluffs and going like 58%. So I don't know. That's kind of a weird thought, but I would probably just think about it and then just jam.
Like single over pairs might just go half pot, right? With some half pot bluffs, and then this has got to be a jam.
Okay, let's see it.
Think.
Yeah,
John wants to jam. Oh, go ahead, Jerry. I'm Gary. I'm sorry. I didn't even let you answer, buddy.
That's okay. I think jam is okay. First, I thought maybe I could induce his jam with, a half pot, but I'll just jam. Unless he's super tight, and then I might bet, half pot for value. So
if he's super tight, you feel like he's never going to call. That's why you would. He would never call
unless he's got an 8.
Unless he's got the 8.
This guy's calling your jam with a 6 on Iggy.
This is yeah.
And most of our stakes, we're not inducing. They're only going to jam when they have the nuts. Like it's a full house, dude.
Okay,
well done, well done, John. You actually nailed every street. So that was very good. We can look at the river and see if we're doing anything outside of jam with any other portion of our range. And the answer is hell to the no.
No.
Check or jam when you get here.
Yeah,
you are turning some stuff into a bluff. These are the portions of the range I would think, man, if I got here with like some of these 9s like this, you have to bluff it off. You have to bluff it off, right? So you get here with some of these 9s, GG yourself.
King 5, King 4.
Yeah, getting here with this stuff as well is very cool and being able to just run it. So very good.
Interesting.
Give me one more hand, John. So we went all in and we nailed it. Did we get snapped? What? Is the solver Iggy? Is that
It makes some sense. He blocks the rivered boat.
Yeah.
Payday.
Kind of feels bad having 2 spades in his shoes, though.
I never.
But we don't bluff spades, right?
No, we don't. Oh, I'm just getting the nuts here. Interesting.
How does this keep happening, dude? You better play tonight. You're gonna run good as hell.
Right,
Flop the joint twice.
So you flopped the joint. Yeah. What size do you think? Are we betting? Are you checking any hands here on this board?
No,
2,
never.
3, 4.
I think this is just a full range bet. Easy.
So for betting range, you're gonna go 20 or 33%.
With this hand, I think I want to go 20. But
I'm gonna go to 20. Okay.
About 125, maybe.
Yeah, 125.
Ooh, Kev wants to overbet this board. That's
interesting.
We're gonna have overbets. Ace King might go to overbet, right? Like
Interesting.
some
Okay.
King X, I think, are gonna overbet. I don't know if this one has to, but I think some of our King X are surely overbetting.
Well, that's what Kep's thoughts are versus that wide ass range. John, you were saying you wanted to just use 20% here to induce.
Yeah, 20, 33 could vary. Depends on which button I feel like clicking, probably.
Same here. I know what you mean by that. It's like looking at the two, just like whatever. It's both about the same, right? Does he induce? So okay. So you're betting your entire range for in a small sizing. You're not checking a damn hand here. Kep has overbets with some of his King X and stuff. So let's see. The small bet versus the overbet. 0.0.
Half pot. Wow.
How about
And
the,
this.
what's the range? Does the range have overbets?
Yeah, let's see. Stop griefing. 0.3.
Ken, you flipped quick.
Kings.
You went locked up equity. We got to bet small to.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Well,
bomb
this
it.
has got a gap. The other one was 3 in a row. This one's a little gappier.
Well done though, John. I mean, every hand you see this board, we're gonna have all like just so much of a nut advantage here. So we're gonna be able to bet a ton, only checking 10%, which is never happening.
Wasn't even
8s
like
and 7s.
83.
Yeah, not much 83 either. In every hand in which you can just bet small with even the top portion that it wants to go good with. Kings can just go 33%. Like
Kings in 5-4.
top set, 20%. So yep, we're nailing it. So we do go to 20, which isn't the best option. 33 is a little bit better, but we did this. This is what we did.
Oh, yeah.
Is this an all piss moment? What size you going?
Definitely upsizing it, probably like 83.
8.83.
Maybe.
Is it crazy to consider check here?
Yeah.
Danny wants to check.
I don't want a pure check. I want to consider check.
Fair.
We do have
That's
a
difference
spade.
there.
Without a spade, maybe we would never check, but with a spade, maybe we find some checks.
Right. I would
would
prefer
never
it if we had bet bigger flop. I would like check more.
I would never ever check this.
I don't know.
Actually,
But,
0%.
10 of spades, I think we're gonna pure check.
Oh, if the turn is the 10 of spades?
No, with us holding the 10 of spades.
You think we're checking here?
Yeah, I think this
Okay.
is a pure check.
He never has ace. Oof, I'm never checking.
That's a little drastic, but I think it's
Yeah.
going to be represented.
Beats his
100% check. Watch.
RTAing in the background while he's doing this to sound smart. He's RTAing in the background. Well done, Beats.
No.
I'm kidding.
But-
I'm joking.
Yeah, I can definitely
thoughts?
see the king of spades or the 10 of spades as a pure check. Every other combo is gonna mix.
Okay. That's it. We're going to bet here. 100%.
Here, check.
I would
Wow.
never check. I would never check this in game, so it's good to see. Probably can't get
Well
3
done.
streets from any portion of his range. If we just want to get 2 bigger streets by river and get him to bluff at some frequency or bet a worse value hand now. If that makes sense. Like we're just not going to be able to go bet and get 3 streets from anything that's outside of a chop. It's good. If we don't have a spade, we need a little bit more protection and we want to bet a little bit more. But every time we have a spade, we don't need. But the king of spades is betting a lot.
Yeah,
Beat
but then I
Arena.
think that's also a factor of us going to 20% on the flop. Whereas if we had done like the 55%,
Yeah.
we would be betting this on the turn. And we'd be going probably 55% again in that case.
Adi asked why it's important when we have the 10 of spades. Beats?
It's a blocker effect because and then it's taking out some of their straight and flush combos that they're going to be calling with. So it's the worst spade to have.
Yeah.
That makes
The
sense.
reason I was considering check, I think it's just pretty sweet to have some of these straights, because we're just gonna induce a river bluff a lot. Like a lot of opponents, when you check back here, are just gonna.
Bluff every single river. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I think our hand doesn't really get to bet 3 times to get called by worse. So once I see that and we don't need protection, we have the 10 of spades blocker. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. So
Yeah. So Addy, if we have any other combo of king 10, we mix bet and check.
It still mixes, yeah.
Yeah, there's still a heavy check. I mean, check is still the preferred option with every combo. But it's with the 10 of spades, it's just pure.
I think another important concept there is like when we do bet, naturally we're not going to be able to get 3 streets for much of his range.
Right, so we
go small. Oh yeah, we're just not going to be able to get, and we get our value on the river and from them bluffing and thinking our range is capped there, right? People will over bluff when we check that turn. So he does check to us here, John. What is your action? What size do you like? You checking back, but yeah.
So I guess he's not gonna call us with anything worse. I mean, a little small, 36%. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe a 60.
Yeah, I don't think
Somewhere
we're
in the
really going to
middle.
reopen the action for 3 too often. I can see 66 or 7. Like one of these two have to be the we're just never reopen the action in position as a rule of thumb. You see, I've seen it in a few sims and a few spots, but overall, when we get to these rivers, when we reopen the action in position, it's generally going to be for bigger sizings.
Bigger, okay. So 60 is the way to
But
go, probably.
with that being said, I have seen a handful of times he goes small. Like, I don't know if this is one of them. I don't know all the trees, but a lot of times bigger. So with that being said, I'll just give you this because I think this is good. Every once in a while, you see a little bit of this, but yeah, it's just going to always be one like something like this. Yeah. I would only go like 60% here, 55, 60%. So
got it.
It's actually surprising to even see this much of this. It's so surprising to see that much small, isn't it? Isn't it, Cap?
Yeah, I never see it, honestly.
No, it's
so
actually insane. This is rare to see, by the way.
This is like one of the very rare boards that you
exactly
where you're gonna see
paired straight board, I guess. There's just so much available, and you're begging for a call from a jack or a 9 or something or a 10. Like, I don't know what they're trying to get called by.
But look, I mean,
but when you see it, it's always going to be a very small percentage.
It's still a
9-8 suited. Yeah,
but I mean, nonetheless, I don't think we spend too much time worrying about that.
Can you look at the 10%, 400%, like all in? That kind of caught my eye.
Turning some of this stuff into bluffs. Blocking
that sizing though. What the?
Queen Jack, Queen 10. Got a bunch of full houses. Queen Jack, Queen
full
10,
houses.
Queen 9.
Then you just lose control of your body with this to make sure you don't lose the pot.
I mean, I wanted to go big, but not that big. Jeez.
Yeah, all in 381% pot. God, it's nasty.
Portion of a range that goes polar as hell.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's because like we check back turn, we kind of don't rep a whole lot except for a boat or a misdraw.
They don't
like
check any full
air.
houses back, do they, on the river as a trap?
Good question.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they do.
Mm.
Yeah, it's nasty. Like these are even mixing a little bit, but all right, let's stay on track. Get someone else an opportunity. Do this. Hold on. Did I hear my kid call me? Payday. Very good. Who have I not called on today? Do you want to get in here and do 5 hands? This is just chip EV stuff, normal spot in game stuff.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, my man. 7. You don't flop joints like my man John does every hand. You have actually sweaty pig spots. So yeah. Hijack open.
I think we bet like 55 here. We can get. I wonder if we can get like. But what are we gonna get to fold even? Do we just check this back? Like all 9x, 8x, 7x calls us.
10x.
Just check this back.
Okay. Spade. You don't have a spade. He wants to check back. Checking. Nope, mostly check. John's checking. B Money's checking. If you have any checks, the under pair, you don't have a spade. It's continuing range, it's continuing all 6x, 7x, 8x, 9x, 10x, Jack X with a gut shot and 2 overs. Feels pretty gross, doesn't it?
I can't check.
Actually. And but listen to this, Cap ain't checking because
I can't.
our
I can't cap myself with pocket fives. It just feels bad. It might check, but like I can't do it. It's not. I can't. It's physically possible. I don't have it in me.
No, just
What do you-
came
You're
out of
just gonna get check raised and have to fold. What do you
This
mean?
is 9-8-7. Get out of here.
Oh, I can't help myself. What am I ain't lying, dude? I can't lie.
So
This is what I'm gonna do.
one other question I had for you, Adi, in this situation before we even move on to the next street. Very simple. What's the opening range? What's your opening range here? Start with offsuit aces. I can just walk you through each one I'm kind of curious about. Offsuit aces. What's the worst offsuit ace you open here?
Ace jack, no, ace 10 plus.
Okay.
Yeah, or let's make it ace 9 plus.
Ace 9 plus. Okay. Offsuit 9. Suited aces. Are you folding any of them?
6 and 7 maybe, but probably not. Yeah, probably not. None of them.
Okay, opening all those. What is the worst? Are you suited region? Are you opening suited 7s or suited 8s? Jack 8 suited.
I think 8 maybe, but none of the 7s.
Okay, none of the 7s, not even King 7 suited.
No, not from high. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, think sounds about right.
Are you opening pocket 4s, pocket 5s? You have fives are here, so that's a tail.
5s I'm surprised open together, but 4s I would fold with a good conscience. Maybe I'm way too nitty.
Yeah. How about offsuit 10s? Are you opening like Jack 10, Queen 10, King 10 off?
Queen 10 off, maybe not. Jack 10 off, yes. Yeah.
Okay, a little bit more structure. I want to bring a little bit more structure to your range. And I think it's important to always fundamentally check our ranges in the spot as well. Range sounds a little bit too tight. We should have some confidence. It's definitely got to be in there with probably ace 8 off plus minimum. All your suited aces. It's probably taken, I wonder if it even takes 3s plus, 4s plus. You got to be in there with all the suited 8s, fist pump, offsuit 10s for sure. Go.
I'd be in there.
Ace 8 off plus all this, 2s. You got your offsuit 8. So this is how tight. This is how many spots and opens you could be missing. I asked you about King 7. Like we got to be down to King 4. Oh, wait, no, that's our range. Yeah, this is our range. Yeah, like
Is that only
King
bet
4
the
suited.
5 of spades?
Fives are mixing cap a little bit. It's 50
Mostly spades, right?
But look at us. We're all a little bit shook on this board, and it sounds like overall we may be over checking. Cap, you're probably okay by betting this at some
I
frequency,
mean,
honestly.
my only counter argument to that is like everything that is betting has equity, right? Every single thing's got a gutter or something.
The only portion of the range that's indifferent is this. And if you're in game and you're sitting here with ace queen, ace jack, ace queen, and stuff like that, and you check it every time, you're probably making a mistake. Ace queen is only checking 30% of the time. I mean, ace queen, heart, this one's just never checked. Yep, and then it's even mixing in some 55. So I think this would be an easy spot to grief with some of your high card hands. Some of these. Ace 10 with the spade, easy. I think everybody would be checking this region a little bit too much.
I think maybe we're confusing this flop with like 7-6-5.
Yeah, offsuit 7x. You know why that's important? When you look at the structure of our range opening, we open offsuit 9x, 8x. I mean, suited 9s, 8s, and 7s.
Right. Yeah.
Right? When it gets lower than that, when there's 3 low cards, 7 and under in certain spots, those boards are going to be kind of bad boards. But even on 7 high boards, I imagine we get some more betting than some other cutoff.
Yeah.
Or earlier positions, that's the
We have a decent amount of offsuit 9s too. We got the 9, 8, 10, 9.
Yep.
King
Yeah.
nine, nine.
Can you guys hover over hijack? Click on the hijack real quick,
Do what?
because I want to know are we opening like twos and threes pair from hijack?
Yeah.
He's shook.
Like I'd see it in May if you just click hijack.
Maybe not
real quick.
twos full. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, here's your opening
Thanks.
range. Offsuit 10x. So to make itself easy on yourself in this spot moving forward, Adi, so you can like have some confidence in the structure of a range. Like all my suited aces, king four suited plus. And if you can't remember like these little gaps, say suited sevens, right? Ace eight off plus, offsuit tens. Almost all your pairs. Hey,
Right.
take care, Beaterino. Beaterino. I'll see you, buddy. But yeah, I
Later.
think these are just important. So in game we checked, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and it's mostly checking, so it's good. Ruh-roh. He's in the tank.
He put my bet in.
I'm trying to get the showdown here. Would you want to turn these fives into a semi bluff because this card's pretty good for your range? What are your thoughts here? Are you just more showdown oriented when you get to a situation like this? Or are you thinking, maybe I should put in a bet because he checked twice?
I actually think we should put in a bet because if we get the showdown, we're probably never best. Like, there's gonna be a bunch of 7x, 8x that beat us. So we might as well put in a bet now and hope. If we get check raised, we fold. If we get called, probably re-evaluate river and see how we are doing there.
Okay.
I like betting here, yeah. That way I
Gary's
can
betting
wrap-
as well.
I can wrap
And-
the flush on the river. I can do a bunch of things.
So
I like the king.
when you guys think about your range in which you want to bet here, do you think there's other portions of your range that don't have any showdown, or we just think this allows too many hands to realize equity? Because it sounds like we're just automatically like Adi's thinking, all right, he has too many 8x and 7, but he also had just a wide ass range when he checks twice as well. Like he still just has hands that miss ace highs, queen 2, queen 4, queen 6. This just open ended fifth pair. We have showdown, people are saying. So these are interesting spots. And we're going to look at the solver and see if it wants to use any of its pairs or does it want to be a little bit more polar in its strategy and use its good stuff and then stuff that doesn't really show down but has equity. But we are betting here. And what sides would you like to bet, buddy?
I think we go big, considering that there's like a bunch of draws out there. We charge them.
Okay.
If
And then
they
if we're
have, like,
thinking, okay.
I guess if it goes small and they have 7x, 8x, they're gonna fold anyway. So you might
And
as
I-
well go 55.
Yep. And I think if you think about it, with like what you would do naturally here when you turn value, right? If you turn to king, what size would you go? Would you ever go 33 if you fucking turn ace, king, king, queen, king, jack? Kind of some of the range that you're repping? Probably not too open. I don't know. But we're gonna bet 55. Pure check. And this is good. And this is what I was kind of alluding to. You're gonna have other portions. This already has some showdown. And we don't need to be turning this specific hand into a bluff.
All right.
There's worse.
Worse pairs.
Yep. There's worse pairs. And then it wants to have a spade blocker. It's probably spade hard as the stone not to bet. 4-5 is just like trash bag, right? Here you would want to realize the equity, but 4-5 off is just so bad that you need to do something with it. These queen jacks make a lot of sense for sure, especially when you have spade heart. You're not going to show down queen high, so this is these two candidates are really good. Some of the ace highs not loving it. You want some equity. But most of the pairs and stuff, just showing down. All of our second pairs are 7s. The 8s, unless it has a lot of equity, just continuing to check.
Yeah, that makes sense. And he doesn't get the ability to check raise either. So
yeah, and you just still have a gut shot, and your hand just still shows down. And then you see the big blinds range here, guys. It's still wide as shit. Like we haven't condensed it at all. Look at all this. You're worried
got
about
two
like
pairs.
just the 8x in his range. He has ace 4 offsuit just sitting there waiting to throw it in the muck. He has 4 or 5 off. He has some of this suited garbage with no backdoors, so we don't only have to envision the bad things.
But what's the point? Like, so we check this, we anyway don't get any value. Are we trying to bet on the river? Like, we're not gonna
You're
get
trying to get showdown versus the portion of the range that you beat, because when you bet, you get called by better and you get the worst hands to fold. So this hand naturally has some EV to just get the showdown because it does not get called by better. It doesn't want to make worse folds, and it just shows down and wins the pot often enough is the concept.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. And there's portions of your range when it does go check, check, and you have some kind of pair, but you just don't need to, you're not accomplishing anything. You have to ask yourself what my bet accomplishes here. Am I betting it for value as a bluff with these fives? Are you bluffing?
What?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to turn it into a bluff, but it's too good to bluff because you see how wide their range was.
Bullshit for that job that I showed you.
Uh-oh. Somebody has
Instead of doing
to
that, Baltimore, I'm going to focus on moving stuff before.
Focusing on computer.
You gotta mute.
I'm in poker class right now.
You gotta,
okay.
I'm doing poker and move.
Got him.
Okay, thank you.
Multitasking.
I couldn't find a button. Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't know I was.
Yep.
My bad.
Let's go. So we do go check here, and he goes one into this.
Feels like a 9 all day.
He saw our
Call.
cards, man.
Pure
Yeah.
call, pure call.
Pure call. Yeah.
I'm out. I ain't paying him.
John said shoves. Setups, what are you doing here?
Who's shoving?
I'm calling. I want to see what he has.
Just call. A bunch of calls.
But she's not gonna let me fold. I don't care.
This feels bad. I mean, I see this a game. I say some dumb shit like I'm supposed to call here, and just actually have never won since I've said that. So
Yeah.
I think I can remember
In fact,
one
you
out of
should,
like
you should
100.
fold. But
something crazy. Yeah, me too. It's like
Call.
you should fold, but bluffing is. Not
look, it's 0 EV. It's actually just you're allowed to fold. You just don't win, and it's not worth anything. We win. Adi, you're a genius. Well done. Holy shit. And that's a nasty ass little bluff because Cap, he would have got us at some
He could
frequency.
have it.
He could have it. That's a savage. Oh, we keep getting these
He earned it.
spots.
Dang.
Well, one guy at my table that could bluff. One big line.
Adi, C betting, yay or nay? What size?
I think we should see bet because
Okay.
or wait, let's think about this.
Yep. Think about your range in general versus big blind. Start there. How would your range perform against a big blind range in general? I think that's the best way to think.
So quite good, right? But we have all of the nuts, but he has a lot more like random king X, queen X, jack X.
Okay.
We have
But he also has ace X, under 8-6, all this other random stuff as well, right? Like as his range as a whole. He has garbage in there. We're blocking some nuts.
I feel like we should bet small, but I can't figure out why. And that probably is not a good reason for betting.
Well, you probably are intuitively coming to that point because we would bet a lot in this spot. So to give ourselves a chance to bet a lot of our range, we're going to be able to bet small.
Yeah.
Small and frequently. If we're betting very frequently, we're probably going to use a small sizing with a lot of our range as well.
Yep.
Mainly check here, Danny says. Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say 33.
So he's gonna go 33%. Okay. And then of the percentage of your range you show up here with, what percentage do you think, you can just guess, that you would see bet on this board?
I have zero idea. Like if I guess we're betting 33, like if we're betting small, then I guess it's like we're betting a lot of our range. So it's like 60-70%.
So it's gonna be 70% of the range here. Okay. Danny says betting 20. So we're gonna do this right away. You can even go bigger. Small is fine. Never checking. Molten says bet the full range. And Adi said 70%. The full range.
Yeah.
The full Monty. And the board is so good, you can make some big here. So this is a spot where you crush it so hard it wants to just, and you're at 35. So you could bet big or small frequently, everything. So
That's
good.
interesting. Bet all of our range, but we bet big too.
Max pressure.
Max pressure. We just have way more nuts, 2 pairs, sets, ace 10 suited and full. And then when you look at this range, this player isn't gonna have, he's gonna have holes in here. He doesn't have any of the sets, right? He mixes with some of these as well. Like he doesn't have
all the top of
ace
range. He
10.
doesn't
We have
have
all
any
the
of it.
top of range. Yeah. Some players in real life might mix these ace 10, so we'll actually never have the joint, right? Some of these are out of there, so it's kind of cool.
Good question. If you make this king, queen, jack rainbow, are we c-betting big or is it just c-bet range small? Because I thought this would be c-bet range small more
But
than
you
it
think the
was.
two-turn, you think
I think
the
two-tone was fucking it up.
No, I think it's also the presence of us being at 35 to 40 effective, where I think people do get in the habit of autopiloting too often for small at 40 and 35 big blinds effective. Like you need way more 55% than people actually do. But
I
people
get that. I
just
just
are,
think I've been yelled at by my coach. I've been yelled at by Justin specifically for sizing up on the sport. So I was trying to figure out what the difference was. Maybe it is stack depth.
stack depth.
Yeah, it
right?
must be stack depth. It's not two-tone.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep. You may even still get some here. That was cut off. Fuck it, we'll say cut off. King,
Ace, king, jack,
queen,
or whatever.
king, queen, jack. Still get big on this board. You just want to fuck him up on this board because we have such a nut advantage. Wow.
One more thing really quickly. Will you change the king to an ace?
Yep.
Even
Ooh, that
better.
brought in a lot more smaller bets though. Okay, that's all I needed. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Interesting spot.
It really is. So the good news is, if we all had a leak of autopiloting this board, guess what? Or these type of boards, we'll take a look at the flop section as well and look at some of these more coordinated boards. And maybe we can fix some things. But yeah, we need to have bigger bets here. We need to stop fucking autopiloting small. All of us. Take it down. How many hands did you do there? Was that 3? Was that 3 hands, buddy?
Yeah.
One more. Another high card kind of web board. Are we going to use the 55 here this time? Are you checking? What are your thoughts here?
No, we just learned to bet big, right? But
I know, yeah. You see, you're mixing in so much 55 and 33. It feels like now I'm like, my brain is like, shit, do I go 55? But, yep.
I'm thinking, what worse are we getting called by? I guess a bunch of like just worse nines, yeah?
Yeah, well, there's gut shots. There's 10x you need to make different. There's 9-8 that can't. Some of the 9x don't just get the fold from one bet. Flush draws don't just get the fold from one bet. Yeah, straight draws don't get the fold from one bet. So yeah, there's a lot of hands.
Yeah, then let's go big. Let's 55.
55 even with his 9 now. He's convinced. He's on the dark side of just using big bets. It's a little bit there. And guess what? The EV isn't, you didn't make a mistake. And if you decided to do this in game and you got called or something bad happened, please don't beat yourself up and feel like you guys made a mistake. It's part of the process.
All right.
You're not losing practically any EV by going big here, even though I prefer small.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the way I've been seeing the game, and it helps me sleep a lot better at night. Even though like small is probably going to be better versus population because they're just going to play honestly fit or fold. But if you want to go 55 sometimes and split your range, it's fine.
All right.
Let me see. There we go. Solver sticky, and the flush gets there. Uh-oh. You barreling?
part of me wants to bet like 125 and pretend like I got the spade trap, but I think it's a bit much. So what do we do here? What are we getting?
And I will say, a lot of times I see it more in cash where we'll mix in some giant bets, but to save yourself a little money and grief moving forward, like when the flushes do come in, we don't really go with crazy polar sizes as much anymore too often. Maybe occasionally with like just the ace of spades and like a bluff or something, but I don't know. A lot of time the heuristic is like slowing down
When a
when
flush
stuff
completes
gets
or
in.
a straight is on the board, overbets generally come out.
Generally, you can say because occasionally the solver is real nasty and will find some bluffs and some strong value hands to balance a handful, but a lot of times it's going to slow down.
So I guess if we had the ace of spade here, we'd be more likely to do it, not with 0 spades. We would never do
Like
it.
just like ace with the ace of spade, ace of spades 8 or something like that. Like I wonder, but I'm only checking. I'm not gonna let you make a mistake. Ain't no way I'm letting you punt like that. Ain't no overbet. This comes in, you have this. It was that same little lesson we were talking about before where we have some showdown value. It still will beat some hands. Like he still needs to call here with like some 7-8. And you know, some queen X type hands. So yeah, I don't know. We still beat a handful of 9s. This cat in this damn one big blind. Well, here you go. Calling again. You need this is a better price than before.
Yeah, we need to call it, right?
Gotta call.
Let's just get to showdown and get it over and done with.
Yeah, just throw the chips in and start. I would just hold the cards over the muck while throwing my chips in. Like, all right, can't.
I guess we beat some worse 9x,
Yep.
maybe.
Yeah, and he tried to get us to punt. But I think we go back on this sim and kind of take a look at our flop and just check, make sure strategically we're doing okay. This board is disgusting. It's actually a 50-50. I find myself c-betting this board too much looking at this right away. Oh, that's the turn. Thank God. Please see. Oh, whew. Okay, we can't just go crazy like I've been doing. So 90%.
All right.
A little bit of big bet there. So you played that correctly. 30% of big bets here as well, guys. A lot of our range that can mix big bets in there as well. The ace-9, not as much of a candidate, but you can see it is mixing in a little bit. So we get there, they call. This is the node that we want to see, and check this out. None. No big bets, right? On the turn. Let me do this. That. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick here. Go back here. You get way more. You even get a little bit of overbets. But since there's completed equity already on the flop, if this was king 10-8 then deuce, you probably have some overbetting. Right? So, yeah. Was it the deuce of spades? What was it? In game.
Yeah, it was 2 of spades.
Yeah, it was the deuce of spades. So, yep. You could see here, just going 55, and the other one had 83 and a little bit of overbet. And then on the river, we're just done. I mean, just straightforward. River strats, tough. Cool. Let's do. That was 2 people there, so we've done about 10 hands. Let's put ourselves in the big blind as well for a few. Have that struggle against the solver to make sure we're playing that. We'll go through a couple rounds of that. Then I do want to look at some marked hands or maybe look at the database and some in-game situations as well. GTO opponent will be late position. We'll be in the big blind, single raise pot. This time we'll have rainbow boards connected, no flush draw. Cool. And we're in a big blind defending versus this. Let's see. Ooh, Ink Allen. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Thought it was
Good, man.
muted.
Oh, no, it's all good.
My
Welcome,
first
welcome.
time on one of these.
Oh, I love it, man. Welcome. We love having new guests in here or new people from the community come and join us in these study groups. It's a little bit more interactive, and we like to give everyone a chance to express their thought processes through situations and then all try to get better together that way. So what we're doing here, I seen you join a little bit later. We're just playing against the solver, giving our thought processes regarding different situations. We did some multi-way ICM work earlier. But yeah, here, any leading range on this board? Why is this here? So yeah, we're in a big blind. I'm assuming you're just gonna check. Any leads for you? Oh, you're gonna play this hand, buddy. I don't know if your mic's working, but I'm gonna ask you what you're gonna do for every street.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
You're in a hot
Okay.
seat. I call on you because
Oh.
yeah, you're gonna be the one playing the hand here, my friend. And
Okay.
how you do the spot. So you're gonna leave it a check, or you ever have a dunk lead in this on this board?
Well, I've discovered I donk a lot and I don't pay attention to that, so I would probably bet this. But
Oh, so
I'm
you
not
do have a
sure if I'm
dunk
doing
lead
this
here.
right.
No, that's okay, and that's what we're here for. There is no wrong answer. Don't be ashamed of anything. We're all here to get better. So having some dunk, you're gonna dunk lead at some frequency here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would bet the draw.
Yeah, but we're in a big blind here. It doesn't really like having any dunks on this board or in this kind of configuration. I think you want the board to be a little bit lower and a little bit more coordinated. But I know sometimes you would end up checking here.
Yeah, I've started checking more in that situation just recently because I saw some comments on the Discord that made me think, well, wait a minute, I haven't even been thinking about that. So
yeah, and it's great. And one thing we do when we defend from the big blind, buddy, is like we don't generally, if you wanted to have a strategy where you are almost always only checking to the aggressor, that could be reasonable, right? It may be easier to play from there and be more fundamentally sound than ever really leading much. Because you get some leads on a very low board, but it's most boards you're gonna have start with a check. So that's good. Now that you turn to complete it straight in the spot where it goes check, check, what size would you like to bet?
well, there's a flush draw there.
Yep.
So I would probably bet it in the 50 to 83%. I'd like to get called, but not by a flush draw. So
right. You do have the Jack of Hearts, which is nice for a little bit of more protection. Molten wants to go 125. Danny wants to go check raise. Zedhab says check again. So we've heard a lot of different options. Everybody has something different they're doing here. Let's see. So you wanted to go 55, correct?
yeah, either that or 83.
Everything under the sun with Molten Ashes crushing it. 125. Savage Ashes with the overbet, and that's a common thing you'll see in this spot. I think
I don't overbet a lot myself because if I want them to call, I feel like they're going to fold to that high of a bet.
Right, but when they do call, you make all of it, and this card will give him enough connectivity where he's going to need to defend. He's going to have king, queen, ace, queen, some straight draws, king, jack that gets real sticky in this spot as well. And we're going to be able to use some bluffs here as well along with this. Some of our 9x type hands. Some of our overpairs of just pure bluffing when he goes check, check as well. So we're balanced. But your bet size isn't a mistake. Like it does do it.
Did you ever check raise or check call the flop?
It was okay, but the other bet was better. That's what you're saying.
No, yeah, the other bet is a little bit more polarizing. And when he checks here twice, you want to really polarize your range, considering this player isn't going to be checking with the top of his range. And especially in game, I don't think they're going to be balanced per se enough. And then when you get to this node here on a turn, you're going to have flop straights. So you're going to be able to bluff a lot of your draws, semi-bluff a lot of your gut shots, draws, and all that to allow you to put pressure on the spot. But you also want to have some very good hands in there, you know?
Right.
Do that with, because you're not only using that overbet or betting this turn when you have something. If you have 9-3 suited here, you need to be bluffing that. Pocket twos, pocket threes, we need to be bluffing those at some frequency with the heart.
Okay.
So. All right, give me one more. Are you leading here?
I'm the big blind and I'm
Yep.
just the high. So from what you said before, I would say no.
Yay, I was waiting for that. We did it. Okay, we did it.
Quick letter.
A couple of days last week, I would have said yes. And
I accomplished something today, boys. I got somebody to stop dunk leading in spots where they're getting torched. Take care, Tim. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. We'll see you next week. But yeah, like I said, I mean, there may be a little bit. It may show 20% or something like that.
Isn't
And
this a board where it's
we may
reasonable to
get
lead?
it. It does. It is. But I'm teaching somebody who does it
I know,
way
I
too
know.
much to not do it. I don't.
It sucks we got this board though.
I know it really does,
Yeah.
Danny. I really didn't want to get a board where it's going to show it at all, but I want him to really incorporate a lot more checking into his game. Like even if you do lead this at any frequency, probably checking is going to be better.
so I would check call there. if he
Look,
did.
see, I knew it about 20%. These three low card straight boards, these are the ones you can do it. But look at this, man. Like check.
But if he bet after I checked, I would call the batter.
That's when the games start. That's where the
Okay.
games begin. What do you want to do?
Okay.
Check raise or check call?
Um,
Would you ever do something like go all in as well? I'm going to ask those kind of questions.
I don't think I would do it here. I would probably call.
Check calling. Are you check raising any of your open-ended straight draws with a 3? Are you check raising 7-3 with a backdoor straight flush draw as well?
If I had another, I think if I had a regular flush draw with that, I would check raise, but
not with the
with just the
backdoor.
backdoor flush draw, I would still probably call.
Okay.
Open-ended.
We are open-ended, yeah. Let's see. He wants to just call. Said Habs, you're check raising to 55%.
Yeah.
Gary, how about yourself, friend? What are you doing here?
Check raise. Yeah.
Snap check raise. What size?
55. Yeah.
Would you check raise all your 3s? All your open-endeds in a spot like this?
Yes.
All the open-endeds to be, are you check raising all your 5s?
No.
Okay, so you're gonna call maybe 6-5, 7-5, 8-5, 9-5.
Yeah, I like having an overcard and an open-ender. So.
Okay. Let's see.
Or pocket
one
threes,
call.
right? Yeah.
This is good because our friend Ink Allen wants to just call and you want to check raise. Let's see what the solver was. Call is a Seabass. Well done, Allen.
Huh.
No, let's take a look here and
Yeah, my thinking was if I check raise there and he re-raises, then I'm probably in big trouble.
well, you're gonna have to run it at that point. I don't know if we can pull, but look at this. It is pure call. It's 0 in our check raises. And I was asking you about the 5x, Gary, as well. Seems like some of our 5x would be pretty vulnerable to being put in really into spots where we're indecisive on turn. So I'd be like GG in myself with like some of these 5x. 7-5, it's enough. 8-5, Jack 5, all these 5s. Good. Like our 5x is just going pretty ham. 9-5 and 10-5, I'd probably punt.
I got okay.
Yep. And then our open-ended with an over. And the nice thing about having the over here as well is like when it comes king on the turn or something, and he's going to be bluffing at it, we're just going to have a lot of equity to call, right? And this stuff 4-5, 6-4. Our 4s are going pretty hard as well. So very good spot.
Okay.
So Alan was right. We do call. And then bang, just like we were saying. Are you ever leading?
I would bet now.
You're gonna what? Check now?
I'm gonna bet. Not sure how much, but I would bet probably 50%.
So we checked here. We led, right? I mean, he c-bet into this situation.
Right.
This is another situation in which we don't necessarily want to always be playing a face-up strategy. So we can't just go around leading because the hijack theoretically would still have pocket aces, ace king, all the overpairs and stuff like that. And when you just call here, our range is going to be fairly vulnerable a lot of times. So we have to be very careful when we decide to bet out into aggressors.
Okay. So check here.
No, you wanted to bet out. You said bet out. I was just
Yeah.
showing you like not much betting.
Check. So you can check here because you could
he's
still
the
be
aggressor.
Because he's the aggressor and you can keep the pot smaller.
Well, not only that, but you also get him to turn a hand into a bluff. So when you bet out here, right? And he has, say, one of his bluff hands, like one of his ace highs that he would always bet on the flop, or what if he had queen jack? What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do when he has queen jack?
Bet.
Okay. When he has king, queen, and all the good stuff, he's going to call you. But when you check here, he still has bluffs. You mitigate the size of the pot, like the times he has a king or something like that, you get to realize the equity. A lot of your range would check here. So I think let's be more aware when we're playing poker versus the aggressor in these situations to just slow down, even when we make hands.
Yeah, also
their
here
ranges are uncapped.
Yeah, I actually I spent the last couple of weeks trying to win one of the GOAT trophies. And I finally won the gold coin one, the fake money one. Because the guy I was in last was so aggressive, even if I made my hands, I let him bet to me. And he would do it every time.
Well, that's what he's probably C betting and double barreling like he should. But I'm just saying, like, checking for you is going to be good because as a newer player, you have this inclination to just lead in situations and bet out when you make hands or the board looks good for you in spots. But from a theoretical sense, we're going to do a lot of checking because we're out of position and stuff. So were you saying something, buddy?
Yeah, I was gonna say like this card, this king is better for them than it is for us. And when you lead here, do you have a bluff? What do you ever lead here that isn't either a king or a straight or two pair?
Right.
That's it. Right. You have no bluffs. So he can easily just fold literally everything.
Yeah, it was your comment the other day got me thinking about donking more. When you said something about one of my hands.
Yeah, we do that. I mean, donking's a thing, right? Just got to know all the nuance.
So now I had the straight.
You made the straight on the river, my friend. How are you feeling?
Oh, one other quick thought too. When we hit this king, it's not like we need to bet either for protection. If he hits an ace, we have a straight. Like we don't really care too much about the backdoor flush draw. So that was another thing about not leading too. That was my other thought. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So here I would check with a plan to check raise.
Plan to check raise. Play possum.
Wait a minute. Did he bet the last time?
He did not bet the last time.
He did not bet the last time.
Nope.
Well, maybe I should bet.
What size would you bet?
Small enough he'll call. So maybe right where you're at.
Right where my finger's hovering. Was I giving him a clue?
Yeah,
anybody going bigger than this?
Because I don't want him to fold.
Yeah.
You hit him with the subliminal message.
I bet I did a pot bet and everybody folded.
Check to check raise.
Check to check raise.
Check.
Okay.
Trust your gut.
Oh, let him make a bluff.
Let me see. I like 84. The people on 84% train. It's okay. The EV between all the.
This one check on turn, and now it's telling you to check river.
The EV's the same.
Yeah, he's
that's really weird too. I think it's really weird.
He has no value target. He can't call any hand if you bet.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's just so weak. He might turn a hand into a bluff or enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what happens.
I know I would lose my mind and blocker here like every time and just fuck it up.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, I would fuck it up every time.
Didn't you see that and get pissed? Like that's calling 3.5.
But could that even call? Like really? Like man, what a
we
tough
have all the
spot for
straights and king
queens,
X.
right?
Yeah, it's so
two
sad.
pairs. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, this is a very interesting hand, and I think we drilled home some important concepts for our friend Alan here, who's new to the group. It's like just a little bit more checking when out of position, in the big blind when defending will go a long way for you, and then reevaluating from that point on and being aware of the ranges of the players, because when you're leading out, you're not going to be balanced a lot of times, and some of these boards are going to be much better for your villains. So.
Okay.
Just take that into consideration. Let's do a couple more hands as well. But thank you for that. We're gonna get another reg in here to do a few hands. Who have I not called on that I want to see some hands from? Danny, have you got in here and done a few? Danny, not Danny Scott, Danny.
Danny.
Danny. All right, buddy. Here it is. 5 high flop, 3 low cards for the big blind. Weird spot. We might have a little leading. Are you doing it this time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's 80-20, I think, right? Or something like that. Maybe this one's actually one of the
Might
ones
even
that's
be
70-30.
higher.
Yeah, I think this one might be the 60-40 one, maybe, but I could see it. Nope, it's the fucking 0% one. Keck W.
Huh.
I want to see this board.
Is that just our
damn.
hand isn't doing it, or? Yeah,
It's the off. It's like King Deuce off that's doing it. Yeah, see, this is the 60-40 one. It has to be the offsuit one. That's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, 60-40 with these ones are just reasonable to just check.
Check call.
Yeah, with the backdoor flush draws, it's always so nice. So we check
Yeah.
like you
Makes
said you were
sense.
gonna do every time. Yep. And he goes 33%. Using this one as a check raise.
Call. One of the things that in one of the sessions with Louis in the morning, we were doing 20 big blind work from the big blind, and usually the open enders were pure calling.
Nice.
The naked open enders.
And where did your check raises come from? If you had to just establish or construct a check raising range here, what would that look like for you?
More based on gutters for the bluffs and maybe some weird like.
What about 7-8 with a backdoor, and then all your 5x, probably a lot of not all, a lot of your 5x check raising.
Yeah,
And then like
I don't know which
7-8 with a
5x.
backdoor. Yeah, I think like 9, 10, 10-5 and 9-5 suited, maybe not. Jack-5, maybe not. But I would check raise
Sometimes
a
it
lot of
is
fives.
like more
It's
of
weird.
those that like sometimes you see ace-5 just call and the queen
Yep.
5 is going crazy, so I don't know, but.
Yep. So calling this one, and that's a very astute observation. I mean, it's very good because I think sometimes we can be in this situation if you don't know any better. Feels like reasonable to check raise this a lot. But we got to remember the hijack, even with ace X in 2 overs, is going to have what, 10 outs versus that plus the overpair in his range and whatnot as well. And taking a look at this range as well, how are 5x doing in the big blind? I'm check raising a bit too much because I would be check raising king 5 and queen 5. Ace 5 doing
There's
it.
a lot of
in
pair
GG.
plus straight draw stuff.
Yep, 7-5, 6-5, easy. 7-8 suited with the backdoor.
Oh,
Pure
9-8
call.
is in there. I was gonna say 9-8 when I was thinking gutters
9-8
and then
is
like some random like
nasty.
overcardy stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is easy. 6-5, 7-5. This all easy. See, this is easy, but cool. All right, we get to the turn. We just call, which is perfect. Oh my. Oh baby.
Alright, so again, we kind of have the option on the middle card pairing to lead here. I think a lot
What
of our
size?
range.
To establish.
Probably just 20%, but. I don't know. The 50% lead spots are rarer, but they do exist, so I'm not so good at identifying when you would choose the larger size.
Yeah, that's fair. It's that the larger size kind of sets up a better SPR going into the river. Kind of why I kind of caught my eye a little bit.
I don't want to lead big and get jammed on though.
No, because some of his overpair range is just like it's good as it's gonna get, and it just rips it. So yep. Mostly check. Everybody's still checking. So are you considering this is probably ideal to lead?
I'm torn. I think lead small is good. I think check is fine.
Okay.
With the plan to call again, probably. I don't really want to check jam.
Okay. So this is a good one for you, man. We do a lot of work together in these kind of spots. And we've shown just in a million of these kind of hands. You leading this.
100%.
100%. I know, like, yeah, I think I'm leading this almost every time now. Like the middle card pairing is
Are you
like
going small or
ideally
big toe?
small.
Alright, yeah, let's
Donk
lead
is
20.
always small.
Hey, Gary, thanks for hanging out today, man. Take care and we'll see you next week and good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. So small here for you, Tom. And he was, I believe, Danny was checking. Right?
I don't know. Let's lead. Oh, yeah, let's check.
We'll play. You, I didn't let you find. Yeah, I just would lead. I would lead this a lot as well, but I wonder if this wee. I think
Oh,
zero. See it. Adi's out here. Oh no, he's saying body him.
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Is this tournament or cash?
This is tournament work. We're
Okay,
doing, and
okay,
this is
that's what I play.
Yep, this is 20 big blinds effective is what we're looking at
Okay.
here.
Okay.
This one's 25. So yep.
I realized when I was looking at the hand you showed me, I didn't pay attention how many big blinds I had.
Yep. So I made a giant. I make it. It's not a blunder, but it's incorrect. Thank God it's not blundering. Oh my. Do you get to fold? Check raising.
I mean, never folding, but, so we turn the flush draw, like, we have good enough equity to call. Do we wanna jam? What are we getting to fold? I think we're just calling here.
Just calling. Call. I'm check jamming this one, Molten says. Pure call.
I think it's like too good to jam, if that makes sense.
I agree. Or we just need a little bit more equity. Actually, the straight draw and the flush draw or something like that.
Well, that's what we have.
I mean, well, without the board being paired, I'm an idiot. We have no jam on this turn? Yeah, you do. It's just not this.
Can you look at the lead as well? Because it wasn't a thing.
But there
huh?
was
That's really
there was 0 leads. 0. Here, yeah, you are the trips. Oh, you need the better, you need the top end of it. Damn. That's what it is. You need the 6. Yeah, that's what it is, guys. We need the 6. The top end of the straight draw with the flush draw and the diamond or something like that to do it. Yep. Okay, cool. So it is the same, but you just need the top end. The straight draw and the flush draw with the top end. So we missed. I'm assuming you're just giving up, wave the white flag.
Yep. I think it's interesting if we get there, what we're doing.
Yeah, if we're ever leading, jamming or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, we'll
Probably
check on
not
that.
on a diamond, but if it's an ace, do we ever lead on an ace?
We go back here to the
Probably
river
not.
for the big blind.
I don't know.
The best around. Yep. You get some leads here. You get some lead jams. And this is yeah, I mean, with the nuts, when it gets there, they're just going to check back when this stuff gets there. So you just jam and hope to cooler them. I hope they make a bad call. And you're using the ace of diamonds as a bluff with some of these as well, which is savage. King of diamonds as well. This king deuce would be a jam, lead jam on a, well, that's a straight, duh. That's his flush. That's a flush. Are we have any bluffs? Yeah, these are the bluffs. Here we go. Yep.
Naked diamond. Can you
Yep.
put the, like the ace of hearts on the river too?
Yeah, sure. Oh, shit. Ace of hearts?
Yeah. Where we hit our straight.
No leads.
No lead.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, all right, let's do 2 more. And then, no, 2 more hands with Danny here. I'm going to give that time to look at some marked hands as well. If you guys have any. So another call for that. You're not leading this.
Check.
Yep, see, no leads, 0%. Mama.
Wow.
Yeah, these are the real life spots when you're in game that feel so bad.
Don't think, like I kinda would rather have 8-9 or 10-8.
Yep.
But I don't think we fold just yet. rainbow board. We have an overcard with our second pair. It's probably clean if we hit. He can have some gut shot bluffs and stuff along with his like ace jack and
Yep.
kings. I don't know.
Take care,
I don't
chicken.
think we can. Just calling here.
Just
I don't
calling.
think there's anything else.
Is anyone folding this?
Maybe
Alan
against a
says he's
very
folding.
particular opponent.
Dude, that never goes big. That's tight as shit. You know, he never
Yeah.
does anything. And then he see bets big here. You know, you're just never getting the showdown for this bet. And it feels like you're torching 5 bags.
Can we fold with an overcard
Golly.
to the jack?
Ink Allen says he's folding.
I think I'm folding.
Skates folding. Well, I got bad news for you. Yo ass ain't ever allowed to fold. Stop doing it. You're not allowed to fold. You can't. We can't play scare.
I knew it.
Yeah, you're not. It's scary stuff. Are we folding any pairs? Is the question. Some of your sevens.
Yeah, for sure.
7, 6. All these. I mean, obviously the under pairs are folding. Ace 7. Look at this. King 7. How about your 8s? Most of the 8s calling. The ones without the suited 8s without the back door are folding. The lower ones. We don't have many offsuit. These are all the offsuit 8s that we have. And then these are all the suited 8s that we have. So, yep, very little.
Is the EV of 8-9 higher than Queen 8?
8-9 EV from an EV standpoint, 8-9. Whoops, I thought I clicked it. There
No,
it
you
is,
have
right
the
there.
queen is the overcard to the jack, so it's better.
No, 8-9's better. No, you guys have a gut shot with it.
Oh,
And you still have 2 pair out. So it's a gut shot with 2 pair. Yeah, it's much higher. Significantly.
okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So it's sad as hell, but you can't fold, guys. As uncomfortable as it is in poker, if you fold to this, you get ran over.
Speaking of 8-9.
I know, right? See, that's why 8-9's better.
So like our range might have some leads here, but definitely not this hand. I'm just wondering if anything is gonna lead here.
Well, something with the heart as well. Maybe we would need a heart with it from our offsuit combos, but it's kind of interesting as well. Yeah, leading our
just back.
9s. We'll go back and look at it.
And if he checks back, oh, he gives us the little player.
Oh man, completed equity. He doesn't use a big bet.
I mean, I'm just folding. Wait, we can hit a 9 for a straight though. Okay, never mind. I guess we gotta pay.
You know it. And look what this 9 is. I mean, look what the fold is.
Right.
An actual blunder. Can't fold. Getting that price with
Too
the
good
pair
a
and the
pair.
gut shot. Too good.
Alright, now we have an easy check fold, I think.
Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you lose a third of your stack eloquently. Just like it's nothing, like it's butter, and make no mistake and still lose a third of your stack or something. Like we wanted to see on the turn. You guys wanted to see what would happen. The leading range here. Little leads, yep. Queen 8 with the heart. Molten Ashes, you're onto something, but it's a little bit. Can we check
In
raise the turn?
practice,
I'll
I'm
check
just
that.
not leading here.
You do have a little, man. But you need a heart to be doing any of these. Well, this one does it a little bit, but that's actually second pair with the Queen 10. This Queen 9 prefers a heart a little bit more. This should, I mean, but these things are getting thin. This is not much EV, you know, to be fucking around with on a wet board. All right, let's do uno mas.
Alright, check.
Yep, no leads. Damn, oh, they are just, what a neat sizing. Said Abs wants to check raise to 55%.
Yeah, that's what I've been sitting here debating whether I wanna call or raise.
Yeah.
It's ace high, so that, and it's like a decent one, so that tilts me a little toward call. With the gutter.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
check raise
I
enough
think I'm
here.
just
I
gonna
would
call
pure.
here.
I would almost pure call.
You can
Um,
raise the like 9-6 of diamonds and stuff, right? That makes a better raise.
Yeah, I think I mean, I would never check raise this actually, but seeing it can do it 10% is pretty encouraging. And then you said something like the 9-5. Yeah, this a little bit. Yep. The
Or like,
EV
look at
is reasonable.
10-3, 10 deuce. So it's like
Yeah.
your worst kicker with the gutters.
Yeah, with the dangler.
Yeah.
Justin's really good at doing this stuff, man. He always finds this shit. I don't know how the hell he's so good at this. Queen deuce, check raising some of these weak ass top pairs at this as well. So we do just call, which is great.
Check.
Oof.
Yeah, I think we're just good enough to check and try to show down here.
Golly!
Is
What's
that,
wrong
are
with
you,
me? I don't know. Like,
you
can
wanna
we get?
bluff? What are you thinking?
I kind of think I want to bluff, but we need a diamond, I think, or we want a diamond as well. But I would probably check. Looking at it, when this feels too loose without any diamond or anything like that, and it's ace high, we have so
I think
many.
we're high enough in range.
Yeah.
That we don't have to bluff.
But if we were like had a worse ace X and just can make some of these better ace X like this ace 9 fold and ace 10s fold and stuff like that, it would seem a little bit better. Like if we have ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, and then making like ace 7, ace 9, ace 10 fold. But I don't know. A little bit. And look what it does when it does bluff. 1. I do want to make sure for my own strategic and make sure I'm not bluffing too much. Ace 3, but yeah, all the ace 3s go kind of hard. That's good. Ace 2 is a pair. Ace 4 is too weak. Ace 5, bluffing. Ace. So we just found a 1. We're not bluffing. Ace 7. Oh, these bluff. These are good. Okay, this makes me happy. Cool.
Okay. And they're going, what size were they going?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think they were just using the medium size, which
Except
is
ace 3 was going a little wild.
Oh no, yeah, it's going just 3. And then ace 3 was just going ham, ripping, or going 150. Oh, it's so.
Well,
sick.
ripping is the nuts.
Yeah. Oh, the ripping is a nuts one, and the rest are just not ripping. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Sweet. So we just, what are we gonna lose to real quick? Oh, piss. You're not calling. I'm not letting you do it. Yeah, give me out. Oh, bluffed. Sweet. That's gonna be it for this portion of this. And now what I wanted to do is spend the last few minutes that we have here looking at some marked hands and from you guys. So if you guys have time, I won't have time to get through them all. Probably let's spend like 10-15 minutes. We'll run them, we'll answer some questions. And also if you guys have any specific thing you want to bring up, talk about that's bothering you guys in the game or you're struggling with, feel free, man. This is the Q&A portion of it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free. But first, let's look at one of Skate's hands. Last time you brought some hands here, Skate, I gotta say it was some of the most spazzy, crazy shit I've ever seen. But let's see what you got for us this week. What do we have here?
Well, we got same day as last time.
Oh God.
Last week, just different tournament. King Jack, ISO hand offsuit. I think
no,
I did a good job.
No. You showed me that before.
Sizing, yeah.
No.
I know. I fucked up
You
sizing.
showed me that. We seen that last week. You 6x, 3x, 3-bet. We talked about that. We don't use that size.
To be fair, this is the same day though, right? So you didn't have this conversation at this point in time in his life.
Yeah.
He's
it was same day. So this
I'm
was when
just
I was
here. Look here.
I was just trying to give him a little break before you gave him the buzzer.
I have to give him the buzzer because we literally looked at this. It's just a 3-bet spot that's actually just never a thing.
I think on break kept even warned him that he was gonna get yelled at for this.
Yeah.
Please.
What about my the king jack?
As a 3-bet?
Right hand wrong
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Sure. You want to see your 3-betting range from here? We can do that to get better. What other hands are you 3-betting from here? Do you have like 25 effective on the button to a cutoff open?
I would say like ace 10 suited, some of ace 5, ace 4 suited probably.
You're like 30. You have 30 bigs.
You know, 8s plus, probably 9s plus. King, queen suited plus, and offsuit aces, I would say.
Here you
Maybe
go.
ace jack, ace queen off plus.
You can make that a learning experience. Way more flatting with this stuff. Ripping this and 3-betting. So the king jack, oh, it's mixing. You can flat here as well. And what's the size we see here, huh?
3x.
What size is this?
6x.
Good. No mas of that. And we looked at this last week. So we come back. I was hoping to get some hands from this week where is this stuff from last week? All these?
Yeah, from different tournament. I was playing like live this week, so I didn't have any time to play. So this is like, I don't think I should limp this hand here.
Nope.
And I did.
The hand's dead from here. Do we have a limping range here, Skate? Do you have a constructed one that you know offhand that you use? Like that's good. No.
I don't know.
Why are we limping? Did you come here for pain today?
No, I mean I just I knew these were bad hands, so
guys, I can talk to my boy Skate like this because we've been boys for a while now, so we can do this.
Yeah, like the aces, kings hand, they play themselves. I don't really post them,
Don't do it. For the love of God, no. Here we go.
The cooler, but
yeah, just cool it.
That's what I get. That's what I get for calling.
That's what you get for playing the hand that way. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, who played their hand worse?
I don't know.
I would say the other guy did. I think the other guy let Skate.
The other guy played the hand worse. Like I think the pre-flop stuff is okay, but then the c-bet size, done.
It's crazy.
This is wild.
And then calls the jam. Oh.
He just.
Oh, he didn't call the jam. He picked up equity.
Yeah, just back. And then the poker guy says, "Yeah, you can't be limp calling deuces and punish you accordingly." Just stay within the framework of just playing solid poker. No, none of this like a shot at strategy. RFI. Where are you? We can look at this. You're in the MP RFI at 35. Okay.
And also, like, I mean, you know this, right? You were the first act, right? There's just no limping range first act. Right.
Yeah.
Loser just dust though at first anyway.
And that's basic, right?
How much green is in there? None.
Nothing.
None. So no more limps. No more limps. Nope. No. All right, what else you got for me? This is fun.
Brian asked what are the set mining odds for the deuces. I don't think you have them, right? It was 6K. You needed 15 times that. So we needed like 75, 80K in a stack. Right?
Yeah.
Not what it was?
Yeah, 15. Yeah. And I was like, oh, after I called it, like, damn, what are you?
Oh, 1600. Oh, no, it's a different hand. My bad.
So this is a check raise. I did on the flop.
No, wait a minute. Let's get to this point. Small blind to cut off opening. Let me see who's still in here that I want to check. Cole.
How's it going?
My man. What are you 3-betting here for practically like 16 effective in the cutoff from the small blind? Where does it start? Don't give me exact hands. Are you taking suited jacks? Are you taking ace queen suited, ace 10 suited? Are you taking king jack suited plus? Where are we at?
Sorry, I find this one hard to look at. We
Yeah.
are a small blind here and.
Yeah, he's in the cutoff right
Okay.
here, button. Yep. And then the blinds are 8-16.
Okay, I do want to 3-bet this, and it's probably the bottom for me.
Okay.
Um,
And what
eights
size would you
plus.
go?
What size? Maybe like 4,000.
4,000 is less than 3x. And you're out of position.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, 4,800. I mean, I usually don't
3x.
go much bigger than 3x.
Okay. I'm just asking because these are all good fundamental spots we can work on here. And this is very good to hear and see. Let me see. Toe.
Oh, I was all in 3 or 4 times already.
I know.
That's
That's why I asked you.
So
are we
20
too
bigs
deep, though?
effective, 20 bigs
No, it's-
effective, we jam all our suited pain. Right?
If you
Oh, we cover him. Yeah.
all
jam.
if you are deeper here, Toe, this is good. And let's say you have 50 big blinds effective. What 3-bet size would you be using? Would you be going 3x, 2.75x? We're just chippy V. What size would you be using?
At 50, somewhere between 3.5 and 4.
Maybe like 4 to 4.5.
I'll go that big too sometimes, sure.
Yeah. But let's look at this. I mean, right off the gate, like you could spend forever looking through all your hand histories and checking every single spot, man.
It was funny. Six and I just talked about doing that ourselves. Of just
I
going
do
to a
it. We used
tournament
to.
and looking at every single hand in the solver.
I'm a sicko. You know I do that. Like, all right, Toe, let's look at a hand history. Don't even show me the good shit. Bring up the tournament you played 70 hands in. What happened?
Yeah,
show me the hand tournament we went 40
too.
hands.
That's a good thing
The
to
fuck,
do.
what fuck happened in this tournament you played 40 hands, right?
Sure.
So yeah. So let's look 20.
That's funny because and it's very good to do that because most people just look at the hand histories where they ran deep because they have a bunch of hands.
Or the
But
marked hands
when
they
you
did.
ran deep, you likely played probably close to your A game, right? So looking at all that shit where you busted in 20 hands in or whatever, it's important to see if you punted.
Look at this. Like this is the 20 effective, practically where I have this guy pinged. We have like a little over 20. All win. No size, not all in at 20. How much does this guy have? 20. What do we have about effective? 20. We have like 30. And he's got like 20 behind. I would look at this and use the 20 big range.
Yep.
So with that being said, like if you're actually
you can
doing
look
your
at
work-
it at 30. I think at 30 it still might jam.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, it's yeah.
Oh, the 10s. Yeah.
Yep.
So right away out the gate, we have a full frequency all-in spot where we can't even run it post-flop. So let's see how we do.
A lot of people miss this spot, to be fair. So this one isn't as egregious as the deuces.
No, yeah, everybody misses these suited 10 jams from the small, but they're good to have. Beautiful. I mean, at least we're check raising a real size, but I guess we're ready to die and run it. Check raising multi-way. Meh. It works.
So I'm interested in this hand because generally, I mean,
we just check call.
You have a fuck ton of equity here.
Yeah.
But when there's an ace high board, we don't do this as much because they have a lot of ace X, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then typically, if you think about his range, he's going to have ace king, ace queen, ace jack, the top of his range more so than you're going to have. You never have ace kings here and stuff like that. But I mean, he's so shallow, Toe. I wonder if this is okay, just running it. And this is so much fucking equity that it just shrugs it in, right? That's or the EV can't be so egregiously blunderish because it's so much equity.
You can't go wrong here. Just
he almost. I mean, I think normally I would just call because it's so much, but I think it is so good. Maybe he's not making a big error here.
I agree. And then also, like if this is Jack 8, I don't know, Jack 8-6 or something. Well, now you have an over to go with the gut shot and the flush draw and all that. You have what's the mouthful, and so now we could check raise that because you need that over. A lot of the times you need the over to check raise.
Let's look at another one, and then if we get a spot where we can see what public is doing, let's do that.
Did you look that one up? I was curious about that. Like what?
No, we can't. It was multi-way, wasn't it? Or we can't because he doesn't have
because
flatting range.
Yeah.
And it was multi-way, and he has a hand, it's 0% flat, like it's.
He outthought the solver.
Yeah.
This is pretty much another one of those check raise spots that, and
All right, we just looked at small blind versus cutoff at 30.
yeah,
But this time you have an 87 effective behind.
yeah,
So jamming all in isn't happening.
okay.
But do we 3-bet go?
I don't know.
What are your thoughts here, set abs? You still 3-betting this guy? And when you have a situation
I've
like this?
improved on this kind of spot, and I'm sure it's a call, this one.
Just calling now and not.
Wow.
Because we
Setup's
can't.
calling?
I know. Set abs is the most aggressive
growing.
guy.
He's
He
growing.
is.
No, but I study.
Instead of in study, his natural animal instincts when he would just be 3-betting.
I need to lower the VPIP and the PR and the 3-bet frequency. So I think this one has too much equity with a suited then Queen Jack, not to call this one.
Well, standard, I would say in a symmetrical sense, if Keys is here, you 3-bet jam. Why do I keep misclicking that? This is 30 in the cutoff, and you're in a small blind for 30 big blinds. Look what you're doing. You're jamming this still at 30 bigs. Yeah, this one guy behind might lean call a little bit more, but I imagine if you wanted to just get out of pocket, sometimes it wouldn't be the worst in the world.
And these jams are really good in game. They work really well. You get a lot of folds. You block queens, you block jacks, you block ace queen. When you do get called, you have hands up, flop straights, flop good top pair, flop flushes and flush draws. Like this works really, really well.
I remember
And if you
seeing
can get a
this, we looked
hand
at
like
this.
4s and 5s or something to fold and overfold, something like ace 10 to fold, it's glorious.
Yeah.
Or you get called by those hands and win a massive.
And you get
pot.
caught by those hands and you're 60-40, like you're flipping.
Yeah, you're fine.
I like
Again,
it.
Yeah,
It's all good. All good.
I remember this. This is this. You check raise 6x or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do this. Never 1 billion years.
Yeah, to a half size flop bet.
Nope. And the good news is we'll be able to look at it. Ain't no way. No.
I think we
smoke
saw
move.
this, but a different hand, same spot. I think.
I mean, the good news is here you can flat. So. What was it? 6-6-4, some shit like this.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, 6-6-4, but no diamond. It was like club, but it's fine. We could just use Queen Jack with clubs here.
Did he use the big size? He went 27 and
He went half pot.
Nah, he went like 33. Somewhere closer to this than half.
Okay.
Never ever. But I mean, to get an idea of how the range would react here, your 4x, the few that you have, some of your king 5s, king 6, of course. These under pairs would be check raising, ace 8, the stone bottom, and then a lot of just check calling. These with 2 overs. Yep. So your hand is just check calling.
And my body was like, oh, this board flop does not hit their range. Let me just.
Your
fold,
actual combo is folding.
Yeah.
Without the back door. It's just the worst one.
Yeah.
Or the one without the back door is just the worst one and just folds. If you get a little bit nasty with it, it's still bad, but it's not like as egregious. You should just be calling. And then just taking it from him. When he checks turn. Like it's already, yeah. Look how much EV it prints to flat just check call. It's like a lot. So when you get in this spot and you check fold with the backdoor flush draw, you're torching it. Let's see. Molten Ashes has a couple hands here as well.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, thank you, man, for the hands. And you know I'm not always trying to be hard on you. We're boys. I can just joke with you like that, man.
All right, I think the first one is heads up. So this is also heads up is also a area where I also kind of want to improve on.
The hell is this? Is this a turn? Oh, it's the
heads up.
He bringing a home game hand.
This is my last night. This is my last night home game run.
We're looking at home game hands.
Oh, Molten Ash. Yeah, I've played with you on there. That's why your name's familiar.
Yep.
He just remembered his notes on you.
No, like,
Yeah.
like you're familiar to me on global because of the study sessions with you, I think. I just forgot.
Ah, I see.
I'm like, why do I know that name?
This looks kind of standard to me. Like,
Okay. I kind of
Ripley-
want to. Let me just.
I mean,
I
this is
kinda
kind of
wanna-
probably loose, like, but at the same time, like he's gonna miss. And if anybody,
Yeah.
which in these fucking home games, these guys might fold king high here. So
Okay. Just want
like,
turn. Just want like the turn spot. It's not like a barrel. It's just obviously pure check, and then river snap two tender jam.
Like here, yeah. I mean, I'm snap jamming the river.
Versus okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think you can get
It's fine.
called by a 10 into more stuff here. Yeah. This seems kind of standard to me. Anybody have something different?
I mean, I thought it was stand. I just wanted to make sure I'm not like making any mistakes on home games. I mean, in heads up spots.
No, this feels standard. Like to me, like this is so much hand for heads up, and then the manner in which it was played, and I think it's too much hand to not try to stack a 10 or get him to call off with something worse. I think it's too much hand, personally. Like if you get cooler like this, like it is what it is. Especially when on the turn he has enough 10x and he probably never folds a top pair. People might even hero some ace highs when back with some draws miss. So I don't know. I feel like it's good. I feel like it's good.
All right. And same tournament, but way earlier in this run. This is
home game hands.
it's the same tournament, by the way. It's when I banked it. This is 35% left of the field. So about half of the field needs to bust before we make the money. So like
This
yeah,
is 0
35%.
EV defend, but it's gonna be in there splitting mostly, probably in there.
Oh yeah. Also I have notes
Pre-flop.
on the. I have notes on villain, so I'm going to be a little wider than GTO because I can exploit him.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you are, as long as you know it's already borderline, but it's good. I mean, for our suited shit, it's gonna be. I mean, offsuit stuff, offsuit one connectors are probably gonna be slide in before everything else.
Yeah, this is one. Is this? Do I have a lead here? No. Okay.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, instantly, I'm just saying no, but that's just my gut speaking out loud. Like, what is that? +2, +1?
I think it was
it's
low.
actually low
hijack,
jack.
hijack.
I mean, ain't no way. Maybe it is. Please prove me wrong. Let's just do this. Okay, that's a big fat 0.
Okay, so no leading.
No
So,
leading. You broke
what
the
boards
shit.
lead?
Let's see.
What boards do we lead on then? Is it? I'm assuming it's just not paired boards. It's just other road boards.
Here you go. Oh, the spot's busted. Come back later. We'll add a report. There is no report for 17. Rips in
No
the chat.
leading.
I mean, they
No
know
leading.
they don't have a report for it.
Oh, okay.
Here you go at 20. Let's
I
see if
think
they have.
there do exist pair boards that you can lead on, but
Yep, down here.
not as commonly.
This is at 20 big blinds.
Alright.
6, 4, 3, 6, 4, 3, 6, 5 deuce, 6 highs. Then some of these 8, 7, 6, 8, 6, 5, 8, 6, 4. Ink Allen. This section is for you, my friend. These are the boards that you can get a little bit out of line and have some dunk leading on. Your favorite board, 6, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 is your board. And then the rest of these, when it gets to this stuff, look at all this sea of green. King 6, because you're
There
6,
you go.
6.
King
Yeah.
6, 6.
King
Stuff
5,
like that.
5. Yeah. Like then
It's kinda
all
weird,
this
though.
sea.
I don't do that in game.
Nah, me either. I don't find it enough. And then these boards you kind of go ham on. So yep.
All right. So
But
I
your
just
low
got.
5 ones aren't really doing it. The low paired ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it
it's
needs to be a
5,
little
4,
higher.
5, 4, 3, 5. No. Yep.
All right. All right. So I griefed it, but not. It wasn't awful. I don't think.
No, it wasn't the worst.
All right.
Were those the only 2 hands that you had?
Well, he called it, so I kind of want to go through tournament stuff. Yeah.
I mean, well,
it
the
wasn't.
hand we're not solving it, but His range is
Yeah,
uncapped, and he may just call you with aces and all the strongest shit in the world.
Right.
And you just have a 5. So let's see. I mean, I can't tell you what happens now because he's uncapped and has fucking
What'd you just fold here?
queens. I mean, your options are to call and then call the rest of your stack off and see if he has a bluff, or like
Okay.
it's a really tough spot. Most people in global in these kind of games are honest apes, right?
Right.
I mean, here comes
Well,
here comes.
No, he gets up 9 suited.
Yeah, I love it. Who was this? Baja Joe.
No, GTB 911.
Okay, that guy's kind of aggressive. Yeah, a handful of these guys will be aggressive enough, but I probably would have maybe stab turned again small, but this card's kind of bad, but I don't know. It's an interesting spot. I would never lead the flop, so I don't
never stab turn.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I would never stab the flop, so I don't know what the hell I would do when I got to this spot.
Check raise flop.
Alright.
Check raise flop, and then you get here and it's okay. Before we get out of here, did anyone have any final thoughts from today's session? We did multi-way stuff earlier, ICM work, some versus 3-bet stuff that I thought was really good, where we got to work on our ranges. Then we did some post-flop stuff against the big blind and in the big blind, where we got to drill a lot of stuff. Next week, I think I want to get back. I think we're due for a hand history. If no one brings anything good to the table, I final tabled to 250K last week.
Post.
Well, I mean, it was a 6.
Congratulations,
so it's not like the
buddy.
greatest. Thank you. It's
amazing.
a big ass field. But nonetheless, like we can review some stuff from there because that kind of sun ran. And then I had a few spots that I sent to Justin, which were really fucking tough, deep in that thing. So that's an option. If you guys have anything as well, this group is for the PC community. So I want to make sure if you guys have stuff or any deep runs in something, either from the past or coming up, that you take precedence over my stuff. So that's just out there. Feel free to message me if you guys have anything for next week, any of you. And then we'll just kind of do that. But with that being said, any final words or anything?
I think it will be funny to watch your end history.
Oh, Toe thinks it's real funny as well.
He said funny. That was the word he chose.
Yeah, it is.
I love that.
I squirm. I'm in pain. I make a lot of mistakes as well. And it's good. So yeah, we can certainly look at some of my stuff.
Belittle himself. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but I also
my question was going to be is how you make this shit look so good.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of work.
How you make it look so easy, 6s?
Bullshit. It's the struggle bus, my friend. Many years of struggle. But yeah, did anyone have anything else that they wanted to bring up as a final thought, question, or anything?
I just had a quick question about limpers because I kind of struggle with that.
Yep.
So I watched one of the videos and it said if there's one limper, then you bet 4.5 big blinds. If there's 2, you go to 5.5. And because if you just do 3, then you're pricing them in the call. Or if you just do 2 or 3. And so things I struggle with on that is, would you raise a limper with any hand that you would normally open with, or do you treat the limper like they're in their raise first enter range? And does it depend on where you're at in the tournament to make those decisions?
Good question. I think when it comes to limping, obviously the wider my ISO range is going to be closer to the button when I can play it in position. So for instance, I'm going to be a bit wider with my ISO range when I'm in a button, the cutoff, and hijack versus EP. But when I'm in early position under the gun, and then under the gun limper, someone limps there, I'm going to have a much tighter range. And then the sizing is going to be contingent upon my stack depth. For instance, for me, for a single limper, I'm at 4 to 4.5. And I don't always add one. I kind of have a cap. So my system's a little bit different. But I will say expand your limping range and be, as you get closer to the button, and be a little bit more tighter as in early position. And the more limpers in the pot, I think the tighter your ISO range needs to be as well. I think you need to condense as well, like get a stronger range to ISO. The more limpers are in there, because the more likely that you're going to go multi-way and people are going to be sticky, right? So you want to have a few more high equity hands. And if anyone has another good piece of advice for Alan, feel free to let him know as well.
I think against Limper, it's simple. These guys gonna have so much strong. If you feel inclined to raise a lot with your big cards in your range and call behind with like low pockets and the suited connectors, that's a good way to play against them.
Yeah, I
Gonna
think
make
it's
them
reasonable.
pay the flop with your the top of your range, and you're gonna see the flop within that can improve a lot, but are not that strong. So you're gonna make a lot of money doing this against those players that are real bad player most of the time.
Yeah, they're really passive. So yeah, just versus those ranges, just remember when you get post flop heads up in those spots, don't play the relative strength of your range, not just the strength of your hand. So meaning that you're just gonna still find yourself continuation betting a lot, although you may have missed, especially when you're in position. Be a little bit more careful out of position. But when you're in position and you've ISO'd as the ISOer versus these pretty weak cap ranges, you're going to want to still follow through with the bet a lot there as well, Alan.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and also I would say maybe make sure to account for each limper, like adding one big blind.
No, he brought that up at the beginning. He was saying like, yeah, he was, because in the videos I think they proposed doing that as well.
Awesome.
It comes up a lot for me is one online. It comes up late in tournaments, middle to late in tournaments, where making the big raise is like 10-12% of my stack, and not all of my hands are that
Don't worry,
strong.
buddy. As you move up in stake, be selective. And then you don't need to always just feel inclined to do it. Usually, if you're not comfortable and it's the bottom of your range, you should probably pass the spot up anyway and use a more range you're confident in playing without really seeing your game. Just have a firm, strong range you want to use.
And then the other place that comes up a lot is when I played live. It comes up very early in tournaments.
Oh yeah, guys.
A lot of people just want to be in every hand, and it just drives me nuts because I can't play every hand.
But yeah, you just sit back patiently and know that they're making the mistake of playing too many weak hands, and you're the one exercising patience, being selective, and not giving away as much EV or chips with marginal hands as they are.
Okay.
One thought on the late in tournaments, that when you're shallow stacked like 20-25 bigs, you don't have to then make it 4.5 or 5.5.
You should be all
That's
in.
where like 3 or all in, but
Or
also
even
3 or 3.5 can get the job done against some of those limps that are just trying to see a cheap flop with 20 bigs.
They're very good point. Thank you for that, Pucks. And as we get shallower, Pucks makes a very good point for you, man. Like when you get down to 25 bigs and you're deep in tournaments, you're going to be able to get the same results by using a smaller ISO size. So going 3x when you guys are 25 bigs and shorter than that is going to be kind of ideal because you should still get the same response. It increases a lot of pressure on their stack, and you still can credibly rep some strong hands.
And you're trying to isolate, right? And the other people can't just, if it's late in the tournament and everyone's playing 20 bigs and you make it 2.8 or 3, like it's going to get the job done of isolating, even though it's not as big.
Correct.
And then are there spots where I would just limp? Who?
No, sir. We talk no limping and no dunk leading. No limping yourself.
Because sometimes if I have like 4s or 5s or something, I will follow the limp. So if I hit. Okay.
Oh, someone else. When you get to shorter than 20 like that, just get the hell out of there. Just fold.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, once
like you're not getting the right price to set mine in mid position, early position, and stuff like that. You got pocket sixes. There's a raise and a call. Dust. Fold.
Yeah, I mean, if there's like if I have pocket sixes and I'm on the button and there's 2 limpers,
jam.
I might play with jam. Okay.
Yeah.
Or
for like 20-ish.
It depends how deep you are, right?
Yeah, it depends on how deep you are, but I mean, a lot of times I see that as free money with like 20-ish bigs.
Because I've been limping there to see if I hit my set.
Yep.
Limping there is good too. You can overlimp stuff that plays well multi-way, like pairs
Okay.
and suited aces and, you know, connectors, 9-10 suited
Oh,
stuff.
thank you, Brian. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to call on you, but be sure to show up. We'll definitely get you in there for some opportunities. And thanks for hanging out, man. Good luck to you as well.
Thank you for making my 8-hour drive much more bearable. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. This is I love doing this. It makes me better as well. So yeah, I love this. Did anyone else have anything else? I want to make sure we give everyone an opportunity.
Are you making a stream tonight?
Yeah, I'm a stream tonight. I found some stuff for some neck pain. I've been having some severe neck pain the past few days. So I found some medicine for the neck pain. So I should be able to stream tonight. So I'll be around for that. And then, guys, also this Saturday, I'm going to have a friend of mine, Casino King. He does some gambling satire, but he's getting into poker. He has an awesome personality, man. Super down-to-earth guy. Content creator. He's getting into poker stuff as well. But we're going to have him on the study stream with me and Toe this Saturday. We're also going to give away some stuff from poker coaching. We have some extra money to give away as well to the community. So feel free to show up for that this Saturday at 12:15 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Me or Big Toe's channel as well. So that'll be fun. Just a quick little announcement there.
Or you can hit the multi-stream link that's in the event section and watch both channels at the
Oh
same
yeah, it'll be an
time.
event section. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, make sure to check that out and it'll be good. Next week, we got the hand history for the tournament. On Tuesday for the cash game group, I think from what the sounds of it, a lot of guys need to get some fundamental work in. So I'm thinking about doing that and then seeing if I can send someone a filter for their database and see how they're playing in game and then run some spots there. Because I think practical in-game stuff, looking at stuff outside of the solver is going to make us really good and versed for both as well. But yeah, if no one has anything else, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure if you guys are enjoying this to let PC and those guys know. It helps us. It goes a long way. We want to keep bringing new things to these groups. We have other ideas. Maybe get some guest coaches in one day. So there's a million things we can do with this to make it good. So yeah, let them know you enjoy. If there's anything I could do to make the group better, feel free to message me that. And one thing, if you guys have a hand history that you want for next week, feel free to let me know. I really want to look at the community stuff, but we could also look at my stuff if you guys really want that. So for anybody else, I'll see you guys tonight.
For sure. I'll try to make a final table for you guys. And last question. I was gonna say, fucking rate my sizing online versus live. Should it be any different?
No.
No.
I mean, yeah, in a sense, if you have exploits, a reason to go bigger, or versus certain players. But for the most part, if you don't have a reason that you can definitively tell me, do what you do best. And
good poker is good poker.
Correct. Good poker is good poker. Cool.
Awesome. See you later on the stream.
Yep. See you guys later. Take care. Good luck. And we will see you guys this Saturday for the study stream as well. Peace
Molten has a point about
Thanks.
the big bet sizing. He said even if there's fish on the table, you want to get paid for your big better, but at some point you get some leak in your game by
you start to exploit yourself, right? Yeah, you start to be the one playing an exploitative style, like he's only going bigger with this, and the other people can see it. So if you're playing a strong, balanced style, you're not going to be the one getting exploited, and that's why GTO is important, because it's unexploitable, right? In a lot of spots. So, yep. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, get some lunch. Peace out, guys. Take care. Good luck.
Peace.
Goodbye, boys.
Peace.